It's rolling.
It's rolling?
Yeah, all right.
Nah, it's rolling now. Yeah, what it do? Welcome back to Tokyo. It's a Friday already. I'm your boy, Harvey 4172. And this is J.O. over here to the left of me, man.
Harvey 4172.
And we in here right now, man. We got
a
a rough start off to the process, but we're finna talk our stuff on the
Friday. We about to do a little talking.
Go ahead.
So, actually, I want to delve into some sports real quick. There's a lot of stuff going on, man. Trade deadline for NBA coming up and free agency in football and all this other stuff. So, what's popping right now? So yes, remember we talked about last week the All-Star game.
Right.
It is in Atlanta. Yeah.
I just talked about it earlier.
But that's what I hear. I hear it's just no activity. It's just the All-Star game and it's one day.
Is this one day?
I think so. I mean, I couldn't.
They had some festivities last night. I saw
Okay.
something about King of Diamond last night.
Oh well, but the mayor or the governor came out and said this is not a party week for Atlanta. Like she was trying to urge people to say we're not doing all the festivities for All-Star weekend, but Atlanta gonna find some way to party. You know how they go.
Yeah.
You know how they go. But yeah, they.
Well, no, here goes the thing, man. This something happened today. I haven't just been out in public in a while with nobody. Period. Now I've been through public, but me and Cole went to Walmart earlier.
Okay.
And it's a totally different vibe, man. It's a strange vibe, man. It's something you gotta get used to, man.
What you mean?
I don't know just how people move, man, in general, man.
Oh yeah, well.
How people move and stuff.
You talking about because of the pandemic or?
Yeah, because of the pandemic.
Well, of course you gotta move a little bit different.
I'm just trying to see everybody out masked up, it's a totally different vibe.
It's gonna be like this for a while. This is like the new normal. I mean, I don't know how long, but it's gonna be like this for a while, I think.
I agree.
I think it's gonna be there for a while. Are you gonna go get the vaccine?
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
No, man. My body already starting to lock up on me, man. I'm a long call, man. I need to save it. Why? Why should I see? That's the whole point. You know what I'm saying? That's what makes me unique. Most people ain't confident or have really faced the fact that they're gonna die.
I think everybody face the fact that they're gonna die. They're gonna die right now.
Well, what I'm saying
it depends on when
y'all that this wrong is out here ain't never guaranteed.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
I mean, it ain't never been guaranteed.
You understand what I'm saying, man? I just slide through this thing different, man.
Yeah, I mean, I hear you.
I slide through it different. It's
gonna be something. I mean, people are. I mean, a lot of people are afraid to die. I mean, I don't want to die right now. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'd be lying if I said I'm ready to go. Whatever. I'm not built like that.
No man picks his time. No one knows his day.
No, we don't. And I'd rather not know it, but I'd rather not be now neither. So.
But how you gonna control where you breathe?
Oh, I don't.
You go around town breathing and stop breathing all day long.
All I can do is my best. But what I'm saying is, right now is not a time for me to go, or it's not a time that I want to go.
Are you washing your hands more?
Oh, all the time, man. And the problem is I don't put on lotion, so my hands hard as shit. It feel like sandpaper over here, man.
Are you socially distancing?
I always do. Well, as far as I can. I mean, I don't be nowhere but in the house or in the car. So
I don't know, man. They follow you on Twitter, man. Look like you be out there, man.
Mm-hmm. I don't be nowhere. I be in the house talking shit.
Are you
like we doing right now in the studio? That's all I do. On Twitter, I just talk a lot of shit. I don't do nothing, man. You gotta be out your mind out here. It's crazy out here nowadays.
Man, what are you talking about?
I'm talking about everything. What the fuck you mean? I'm talking about, man.
I'm talking about how crazy it is. I agree.
Shit.
Man.
I'm talking about from.
Yeah. Yeah, go to Well Connected. It's on the hole in the wall. It's on the hole in the wall, bro. It's on there.
Lord have mercy, niggas just.
You saying that? Is it me? Is it me?
I don't.
I just asked.
Just
Oh,
let me see.
shit.
Can
You
you got
see
me?
that? Is it me?
Let me see.
You think it's me?
Colossal. Well connected. Hole in the wall. It's on there.
Yeah. I'm
It's on
telling you,
there.
man.
Mm-hmm.
It's
But
hard for
anyway,
me
man,
to help. It's hard for me to
listen.
help.
See, back to the NBA. I wanted to talk to you about that. It was a man, B Zell was having a conversation earlier about the Wizards.
Right.
They're pretty hot right now. They won 6 or 7.
Uh-huh.
Did pretty good on this West Coast road trip, 3-1.
Uh-huh.
How do you feel about the playoffs?
So the last I heard, it was like 8th or somewhere down toward the bottom.
Well, they down. I think they're like 10th. They like
Yeah.
1.5 to 2 games out. But I mean, do you think they're gonna make it?
Nah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think they're gonna muster out enough because I mean it's they finna stroke out a few L. I think a few L come out. Cause I ain't even been following like that ever since the Westbrook controversy and then Bill went off the chart. Damn, Bill leading the league.
Yeah, he leading the scoring. Yeah, I think he got the most 30-point games too this year. But so would you rather them make the playoffs?
Nah,
or not and continue to rebuild with some high draft picks?
I heard a trade. I read an article about a trade that will bring a center and like another guy. It was like
but who we trading though?
It was like if we go ahead and let Bill go.
But if you let Bill go, then what? Like you ain't gonna.
Yeah, but I ain't talking about it now. I'm just talking about they're a solid core to start the rebuilding process.
Well, that's what I'm asking you. So would you rather them go ahead? Would you rather them make the playoffs, or would you rather them not make the playoffs and continue this rebuild and maybe deal Bradley and get either another young player or some picks? Like, what would you rather them do? What would you be happiest with?
Right now, by retaining Bradley, we're just losing bag. Bottom line.
So you think we should just deal Bradley, start over, and I mean not start over, and continue to rebuild?
He is peak value right now.
What about the coach? You think Scott Brooks come back after this year? Because
yeah, but here's what I'm saying. Scott Brooks was up prior to this year, right?
No, he's up after this year.
But what I'm saying now, I'm talking about socially wise, like publicly wise. He was kind of, but I feel like Scott Brooks is a good. As long as Westbrook is in the equation, that's a good combination,
But he coached him before, okay. See, but
yeah, well, I'm saying that's a decent combination.
So, but if you deal Bradley, you might as well say you shut it down for this year and coming back next year with. I mean, you're gonna get some picks, maybe some young talent back. But as far as that's concerned, I mean.
Yeah,
if you trade Bradley right now,
move some pieces to do a few things. Somebody's gonna give me high value for.
But if you trade Bradley right now, you might as well chalk the season up to no playoffs and come out home early.
Right. Definitely.
I mean, you just ain't. I mean, you just ain't. I mean,
you just asked me what I would do analytically, but I mean, fan wise, what I'm saying, the whole what they got.
That's what I'm asking you. As a fan, what would you rather them do? That's what I mean. Okay. Would you rather them go ahead and make the playoffs? Keep Bradley, go make the playoffs, try to make the playoffs.
They got their best.
Because if you make the playoffs, you pretty much you not gonna get past 7th, I don't think. So you pretty much guarantee yourself either the Sixers or probably somebody like the Nets, or I know they beat the Nets twice this year, but in the playoffs, I don't see that happening. I don't see that happening in a 4-game series. Yeah. I don't see us beating Philly or Milwaukee. That's probably the top 4 teams.
Maybe Milwaukee.
Huh?
Maybe Milwaukee.
I don't think so. They ain't got nobody to handle Giannis. And
Giannis. Yeah, you said it was at 500. It was just said last week.
Well, yeah, that is true. That is true. But they still a much better team than the Wizards.
Yeah.
I'm just I just wanted to know. I mean, because that's something I've been thinking about. Like, would I rather them? I mean, I'm not a person to vote for losing, but
that's what I'm saying. Like, I want Bradley to actually have a chance to actually do something.
Yeah, I want to be realistic.
So I think it's best on both parties if they want to separate and go their separate ways. But as in entertainment for the district wise, he's the only thing.
I think a lot of people right now. I think a lot of people who root for the Wizards are enjoying the Wizards right now because they're playing some good basketball. They're beating some good teams too. So
right,
they only lost on this late was the
Lakers.
Nah, the Clippers. They beat the Lakers.
No, they beat the Lakers. Yeah, because they said that
the Clippers. They lost to
they
lost to the Clippers on a back-to-back.
Yeah, they lost to the Clippers.
Yeah, but they still played pretty well. Then they couldn't hang in there. I think the fourth quarter was the blowout, so they couldn't really do a whole lot. Do you think that was the right thing to do? Get Westbrook and trade him for Wall?
Here goes the thing. I felt like I had an inside track on that when I'm talking about information. So one of the deacons at my church, you know what I'm saying, he services the arena and everything. He had told me like a year prior to the fact. He said,
the club
too much of that, way too much of that. And so therefore, they said it was done, it's finished there. And then to see that confrontation, it's like, damn, he ain't right.
So are you happy with the trade?
Well, what I'm saying is that one-on-one, Westbrook is the better player. But for what we had going in their him and Bill, their synergy and all that.
The repertoire? I mean, not repertoire.
they whatever. The chemistry.
Yeah, chemistry.
It's better. It was better suited. Like we would be a much more dominant team than we had to retain him. But they had already signed his last. He wasn't coming back.
I think it was an unknown for Wall. They didn't know how much or whether he would come back as the same player. I think he's proved that he's still a top flight guard.
I don't understand why. I still feel like, to be honest, the combination of Westbrook and Bill, I don't know why they ain't more dominant than what they're supposed to be.
Well, Westbrook, he's still getting used to his injury. I mean, getting better from his injury. He wasn't right after he wasn't even right in the bubble for real. But I mean, my thing is Westbrook has always been one of those dudes that when you go to the playground,
right,
there's a couple people out there. It's a dude that's clearly better than everybody else, right? On the court. That's Bradley Beal right now. He's clearly better than everybody else on the court.
Right.
Or on your team. And then you got some dude that thinks he's better than everybody else. But in essence, he really not. He's probably the second gun out there. And that's Westbrook. But Westbrook, the only thing I hate, I also think they're playing better because it's leadership.
Right.
I think they right now, they would probably be the chemistry might be a little bit better with Wall and Bill. Right. But I think the leadership, the skills, the leadership, the pushing, the enthusiasm for the game,
right.
The ferocity of which he plays,
right.
As Westbrook has the Wizards wanting to play better, just for the simple fact that they see this man going out there and going. Now, the one thing I don't like about Westbrook is, first of all, the mentality I just talked about, and also he's just not very efficient at all.
Okay, hold on.
You understand what I'm saying? Like he shoots, like he might get 30, but he'll shoot 8 for 27. That's not efficient. That's a lot of shots to get where you need to get to. And he's always played with, well, except for last year because him and James Harden, both of them were. Nah, Harden can score, but like he's a volume shooter too. So
now let me talk.
And they dominate the ball.
Let me talk my shit now. Hold on now. Wait a minute. This is what I want to say. I want to say this. So in the grand scheme of things, right? Talking about the Wizards, right?
Talking about the Wizards.
Ultimately, we say Wall was the cornerstone and marquee player for this franchise to this point, right?
He was.
But I'm saying, stepping back from it and saying, how much more does your boy have to, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, he doing his thing right now.
Wall?
No,
Bill?
Like, can't Bill eclipse that? I mean, like, because really all along when Wall was doing his thing, Bill was right there with him. So it wasn't like Bill was never out of the conversation in the first place, is what I'm saying.
Bill is shooting the ball with him, and he's scoring. He's scoring the lead. Now we got to do something with it, or we don't. So either, like you said, we can capitalize on this.
Well, that's what I'm saying in comparison to a marquee franchise, like which ultimately who had more impact for the team, man, like the Wizards franchise. Like, what does Bill have to do to eclipse John at this point in time? Because Bill been there the whole time, even through the process.
I think Bill got to carry us to the playoffs.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That we go deep in the playoffs.
He got to carry us to the playoffs.
Second round. If we get to the second round, he outdid it.
Oh yeah, he might.
Yeah, he gets the second round. He out there.
But they actually, I don't know, because a few years ago, probably I don't know, 4 or 5 years, 3 or 4 years ago, the Wizards actually got it the second round. They lost to the Celtics. This is when
Who's the
Isaiah
center?
Thomas was
Who's the
playing.
center?
I can't remember.
Isaiah Thomas was playing, but he didn't.
He was
stay
playing
with
for the Celtics.
Yeah, I was say
They
that.
beat us. They beat us in
And that was the year before
the
after
second round.
He was traded that very day.
Yeah, they beat us in the second round, and they lost in the I want to say the conference championship to Cleveland. I think it was Cleveland that year. I think
it might have been LeBron first year back in Cleveland.
Yeah, I think it was. So, but I mean,
Man,
that was being a war right there.
Where after that viewer, man? Yeah, fool. What the hell? See, I don't play with that word.
He
You
like
know you bleeding, man.
He like the Westbrook comment. I mean, that's why. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is, man. I think
I'm just saying Bill, because I'm saying Bill is doing his legacy, his impact. Like he can eclipse some of these things that LeBron's in the book.
Well, I think he can too. I mean, he already, like he said, he's an all-star starter. He leading the league in scoring. He probably will be a all NBA player. He gotta be.
Definitely.
He should have made the all-star team last year. I mean, he made it as an alternate, but I think he made it as an alternate. But I mean, if you think about it, what was it, Chris Singleton? I think that's the dude over in Milwaukee.
Mm-hmm.
He made it over him last year, and that was ridiculous when all Bill's stats was better.
Mm-hmm.
So, it begs to say, do they pick the All-Stars just because the team is doing better, or should they pick them because the
That's what I was trying to say earlier. The earlier comment was like, you know what I'm saying? When you have on a better team, you're gonna go deeper. You're gonna be more. You're gonna have a chance to perform more.
Yeah, so it's
more,
like
more opportunity to perform and more opportunity to increase your stats. Does that make sense?
I hear you. All right, so let me ask you this: who do you think is gonna come out the East and come out the West to meet in the finals? Give me your best prediction. Like, who you think?
Well, that's easy because I stick to the script. I told you I only been watching the Nets and the Lakers.
Yeah, you said that's so. That's it.
That's the only teams I've been watching. You made that a very easy conversation.
I think the Nets gonna make it out the East. I mean, they jelly right now. I think they won 8 straight. So
right.
That's a pretty good win streak right now. But the Lakers got a lot to tend with, man.
But
so hopefully AD come back and he stay healthy for the rest of the year. LeBron is older. I mean, he looking like a young man, but he didn't play in the postseason probably 9 out of the last 10 years or something like that.
Yeah, ain't it like 17? Not postseason.
No, I'm talking about the last straight last since
he's been going to finals every year except for like 1 year when the Raptors
right what is it, like that last 9 out of 8 out of 9 or 9 out of 10. He's been in the but this short off season, coupled with the fact that he's 36 or 37 now.
No, that ain't how I'm looking at it. I
understand, but I'm giving
you cousins. They picking him up.
But I'm giving you a different.
They haven't already picked him up.
I'm just trying to give you a different aspect of thinking about it, though.
So
listen. AD's injured right now. He's coming back in a couple weeks. LeBron is older. They got all right people around them, but somebody gonna have to step up. If they want to make it, I mean, Utah right now, like I said, they playing amazing right now. Then you got Denver, you got the Clippers, you got Portland. Even the Warriors can be dangerous on any given night. Right
okay,
now.
Hold on.
Wait
a minute.
Crazy.
Let me talk a little bit. Hold on, let me talk some shit now. You asked me this the other day about defense and who about this one the last show. You asked me about defense and shit, right?
Talking about defense.
Now, this is what I'm saying, and you can tell me if I'm wrong, but I feel that AD neutralizes anything down low in the West.
You think so?
Yeah.
It's interesting. Well, right now, Utah got the best defense in the league, so. And I feel like in certain teams, you got to have somebody that's clear-cut a really good defender on the edge too. I mean, on the wing or on the perimeter. Maybe I should say on the perimeter. So, who is that for the Lakers? Who's a lockdown defender on the perimeter? Because Utah got some really good defenders inside, and I think
I just read somewhere I think they were talking about going back and getting a reason.
Who?
A reason. I thought I just read this.
It'd be a good addition.
Picking him back up off of waivers.
For who? The Lakers?
For the Lakers, yeah.
That would be a good addition.
That's what I'm saying.
That would be a good addition.
I got a problem, Marcy.
Oh, we got a question. So my cousin was drunk at my place, and she was all on me. So you guys know what happened. Am I in the wrong? She started kissing me.
Okay, that's a great question.
Wait a minute.
You want to answer? Because I answer.
Okay, so listen. He said, so my cousin. So what kind of cousin is this? Like,
man, get out of here. He said my cousin, man.
I mean, okay.
He didn't say my, because of. None of that come out. First word come out of my cousin.
Okay. All right, so what you think? Go ahead. I'm going to let you go ahead. Take this
His
one.
cousin was drunk. He wasn't.
But he said, you know what happened next. So I feel like, I'm saying, so, I mean, what you think? He said, am I wrong? You think he wrong for that?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. I need some
She's
more.
drunk. He didn't say he was drunk.
So you,
first of all.
So you think he wrong because she was drunk?
But
Not
it's because of the relation. That's what I'm saying. It's because of the relation. Because it's his cousin. Now, if it wasn't that it was his cousin, if it was his neighbor, if it's my neighbor, did it. I understand. That's thirsty. Tell me that ain't thirsty. Tell me that ain't thirsty. Can we at least agree on that? That's thirsty. Man, you thirsty. You need to go to church. You need to go to church. That nigga thirsty, man. He's thirsty.
Some water.
Yeah, I need some water. Give me some water. I paid my fees for all that refrigerator. That's a little thirsty, man. My cousin.
Oh shit! You didn't read the rest?
That's what he said.
He said,
Yeah,
Mr. Pig, should I tell my daddy?
No.
Oh, you got your cousin? You think you got your cousin pregnant?
No, don't tell nobody, man. This is where you messing up by asking us these questions.
First of all,
but second of all, no.
I'm gonna tell you this.
Don't tell nobody, man.
If whatever you do, when you hit a joke raw, you slip up in there. You supposed to get them plan B's if you want to do anything. But he
don't tell nobody.
But see, she missed her period. He said she missed her period, so which means she might be pregnant.
But he don't need to tell nobody that he did it.
Oh, she is pregnant. Oh, what the hell?
Don't tell nobody.
Don't tell nobody. Yeah, she's pregnant. No, we gotta do something with what happened in a few months when she come back. Like, oh my God, I'm pregnant. What if she start talking?
All you gotta do is he has to resort to his frame of mind. His best friend, his next friend.
He'd be saying, oh, what is going on here?
Make a family situation.
No. What?
I'm just saying he needs to find somebody to be with.
But they gotta do that now, and then make sure she has sex with him wrong. So he
got to do all that. He said he can make sure they have sex. That's it.
Hey, dog, that may come out with two hands. What are you talking about? That's his family.
Yeah, he was wrong. That's why you talking about it, because you said that's his family. So he was wrong. Now you worried about two heads.
That third tone. No, Korea, damn. What is happening right now?
No.
What you mean? You gotta move back to North Korea?
Nah, don't tell nobody.
No, he said they ain't got to move back to North Korea. And what is happening right now?
Now this is whatever, man. It gave us some commentary.
But I'm just trying to tell you. He said I got to move back to North Korea. Fuck.
Yeah, I know. But listen, how do you know North Korea is bad?
I don't know about North Korea being bad, but I know, I know the bad part. He got his cousin fucked up. He got his cut, man. That ain't dog.
No, but see, that's what you don't realize. See, like that. It used to be common knowledge.
So
incest was a common thing.
I understand for the practice and stuff in Southern Maryland and some other places. I get that.
Yeah, but now you're gonna talk about black side. I'm talking about in general, but amongst the mass, even more so amongst other cultures than ours.
But this is a different time right now, and
yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
I don't know what you're saying. What are you saying?
Me? What I'm saying is that's not a common thing now. Like people, you know, I guess it ain't. I mean, you know, I don't know. You know, that's just not a thing that you do now. You know what I'm saying? Like you cousin, people.
But now with different cultures, man. See, that's what's wrong with America now, man. America
is that wrong though?
Now what
that you frown upon people that fuck their cousin or sister. Like I think that's a problem. I mean, like you said, other than the fact that you know the
but see, I mean, different cultures have different relational orientation.
I know, but we talking about this culture right here because we right here. We talking about right here though.
This is a communal capitalistic society that oppresses a certain portion of its people.
Understood.
It's nothing to be proud about.
Understood. Right? I understand that. But it's still definitely.
But the way I'm saying don't sound like you had an issue with him in this cousin.
I definitely had an issue, but I
said that's the first thing came out of my mouth was his cousin.
Yeah, that's it. I had to read it twice because I couldn't believe he said his cousin. Yeah, I was like, wait a minute, what? Because at first I thought he was saying, was he wrong because he was drunk? No, he wrong because it was his cousin.
Right.
So that's how you feel too, right?
Right.
But now she pregnant.
Right.
Right. He got to move back to North Korea for some reason. He said, "What, dog? What is going on?"
Different cultures, man.
He said it was good. It was good though.
There's a whole lot of more kinky shit outside of the colloquialism, African American person. You understand what I'm saying?
But right now,
we get down and we say we don't do this and the other. It's other cultures that really be getting down and dirty.
Oh, I know they do. Shit, I know they do, but we don't. So we talk about us right now, like.
And then he talking about it was good though. What the hell?
So what was good? It was a stepmom.
The only thing make it good to me that dude. You want to hear the trick to it being good?
This dude said.
What's the trick to it being good? What do you think? What do you think? If you just gonna say what's one defining fact making it good? He said it was good though. He talking about fucking his stepmom.
Okay.
Oh, either could have been his
maybe it's intrigued the fact that he's fucking his stepmom.
Nah, what makes it good is you can get it again.
I'm gonna tell you though, I already have a problem with him fucking his stepmom. You know,
but you can't get it again.
He might get his stepmom again. I mean, the cousin pregnant, so I don't even know what the fuck is going on right there.
Nah, he's shooting her. He's fucking up his life and don't even know it.
He might have a stepmom pregnant too. Where this nigga going? I'm trying to
can you imagine living like that? What would you do?
I couldn't live like that. What do you mean? What would I do? I wouldn't do it.
No, but what I'm
so wait a minute.
No, let's take the nastiness out of it.
Let me ask you what I want to know is, all right, did he know it was his cousin? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm guessing he knew.
Yeah.
Which makes it bad for me because you know I feel like you shouldn't. If you know it's your cousin, you shouldn't really fuck your cousin. I don't get you drunk enough.
And the way I was looking at it, I was gonna say like take the nastiness to the point of what if you had like a kid that you kind of knew was yours but you couldn't claim for it. That might be the reason. That's
what happened right here.
You got to pass that.
She got to be like, she gonna do this your daddy cousin. And she can't. Oh, the stepmom can't get pregnant. Oh, wait a minute.
Why is she snapping? Hey, we gotta go out,
Hey, my man.
Whoever doing that is doing too much. Man.
You think it's somebody else?
They doing too much, man. Y'all need to stop it. Yeah.
Hey.
Y'all stop, man. Stop.
Hey, man. So wait. I just want to recap real quick, just in case somebody is tuning in late and they trying to figure out what the hell we talking about. So when man came on the message board and he said that his cousin came over.
I don't even want to do that.
Listen, man. Listen, everybody. People gotta know what's going on, right? People gotta know. You think somebody? I think somebody making this up too, but it don't matter. But he said, cousin came over, drunk, and she was all over him. So you know what happened next. Now he thinks she's pregnant. Oh, she is pregnant. The same dude, the fucking 70-year-old stepmom, and said the pussy was good. And then he said the pussy. He said the Watusi. He said the Watusi was good. You hear me? Then he said the stepmom can't get pregnant because she's 70.
Yeah, see,
so he ain't got to worry about that.
There's somebody playing. Let me hit it now. Let me say this right here. This is what I want to say.
Okay.
Now, this is going to be the hyperbole or hypothetical equation I put out.
Okay.
Not even hypothetical. It's just since we done got this.
Since we got it, then can't be okay.
I want to know this right here. What would be the consideration of relation? What's the limit on what's the line of consideration when it comes to fellatio? Like if it was you didn't know they were your cousin or not, how far if she was drunk? If she was drunk, you know what I'm saying? If she what would be the line? Would it be third cousin, second cousin?
The line is cousin. What are you talking about, man? The line.
Well, you understand what I'm saying, though.
Like, where do we draw a line where it's okay? Is that what you're saying?
I'm asking you.
Yeah. Is that what you're asking?
So taking his equation, he said we assume he slept with her, right?
No, we don't assume. He said it.
Nah, he says it happened. It could have just sucked him off or something. You know
no. He's saying it happened and she's pregnant now. That's
yeah.
Okay. So,
so what I'm saying is, if in that equation scenario, what's the line of cousin? I guess that like. What do you consider to be your family orientation? Is what I'm asking. And we're gonna be all the way proper.
You mean like where do I draw a line as far as like?
Yeah, like if it was like somebody his fifth cousin, somebody he met just this weekend on.
I mean, if you know
family reunion, like his mama's sister, they used to play together when they were growing up. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, if it's like that, if it ain't no blood, then it don't matter what you call them. It don't matter. That's like going out here and being like knowing a girl for years, telling her that's my sister. And then you fuck it. That ain't nothing wrong with that.
I understand that, but I'm saying when you brought back in that line up, what would be the line of like, nah, that's too close?
First of all, first, second, and third cousin probably a line for me. I mean, I can't, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a lot. You know what I'm saying? First, second, some people be like, if it's second cousin, it's all right. But I don't really get down like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're my family, you're my family. I really don't want to be fucking you if you're my family. Stepmom is cool. I mean, if that's what floats your boat. She's 70, but if that's what gets you off, then that's fine. But
I say,
okay,
this is what I say. I say it has to be a cousin from childhood.
From childhood. That's what you cry from childhood. So she not. So if it's just some play cousin from out the street.
There's no cousin popped out 21. I mean, yeah.
He said,
yeah.
Yeah, he said that, I guess he said his stepmom John was tight. It wasn't tight, but it was kind of wet. At 70, I'm surprised any of that was true. 70? And then
I would say it's my cousin. I've been knowing her. I mean, that's how I go.
So it's his cousin. He put that in all caps. It's his cousin. So that's his cousin. It's legit his cousin.
Yeah.
He had known, been knowing her. So yeah, I think you know what I'm saying. Yeah, dog, you wrong. I'm gonna tell you my opinion. You wrong. That's my opinion, though. I mean, you know, different strokes for different folks, but obviously for him, it's definitely different strokes for different folks. But it's your cousin. I can't get down like that. What about you?
Nah, man.
I can't do that. I mean, it's his cousin. That's still blood. You know
It's
what I'm
my
saying?
family. Yeah, it's my family, man. I don't need to procreate with my family. There's too many people in this world. There's 6 billion plus people in this world.
That's a lot of people.
Procreate.
And I guess depending on where you from.
Procreate with my family. Like,
Depends where you
I
from,
don't
bro.
want to mix that feeling. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it should be mixed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, because if you most of the
Nah, I'm just saying, the criminal time, how you gonna feel?
that's right, like okay, so
like, man, you always out here.
that man said, yeah, I'm going to hell. I guess that's kind of like when you talk about you ready to die. You know, whenever you die, you die. Well, I guess he know. Well, he going to hell, so that's what he say. That's what he say. You know.
But you know what? He make it sound like he kind of took his cuz stuff.
He was.
Yeah, we gonna be
nah, but see,
be a kangaroo.
No, she gonna come out with a key too.
Coin that, that's me, that's her. Like a big kangaroo, he took that stuff. Ding, 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 ding.
But look, hold on. He explained the joke. He said his cousin was all over him. She started kissing him first. So who really took the joke? Did he really take
No, now look what they took it. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, man.
No, man. That's motherfucking no, man. Nah, man. We don't entertain that conversation no more, man.
But you got, I mean, this, like he said it's common. It's normal to fuck your cousin in transgender land. I didn't think it was normal anywhere. I didn't think it was normal anywhere. But he said it's normal. He said it's normal in his in transgender land. So the fuck your cousin. I don't know nothing about that.
That's too much, man. That's too much. Hey, sir. That's something. We are no longer entertaining your conversation. Please exit stage left.
Give us something else, baby. Give us something else. I can't even get into that because I can't even. Those waters are not for me to stand in. I don't know nothing about.
Now, did you hear about Congress? What Congress has passed though?
About what?
Somebody did something to the civil rights bill to make everybody equitable. And all the letters, all the alphabet.
Oh, I don't know nothing about that, but I'm just saying I can't stand in them waters because they too tall for me. I ain't in that.
Okay, then what's else happening, man? This is our show. This is our conversation.
What else is going on, man? We got So listen, this is what I heard. Let's check this shit out. Now this is what I'm asking you, right? I saw the other day. I was watching this show. Real life. This shit happened in real life though. Right? Motherfucker was going to the bank. Okay?
Right.
He rode up to the bank, drove up to the drive-through ATM or the drive-through teller.
Right.
On his way into the jump, the man found a case or a box, right? On the street, just sitting there. Right. Once he drove up to the jump, he stopped. He got out of his car. Right. He saw a box. Right. All right. $27,000 in the box. All right. He picked it up. Right. Parked his car. And took the shit back in the bank. My question to you is, what would you do? Mind you, I don't know if he knew it at the time, but it's being recorded because they got cameras outside the bank. Right. So would you take it in the bank? Would you keep it?
Listen, first and foremost, I'm a man of the oath. Understand?
I got you.
This studio is in honor of Kobe Bryant, 24/8, the Black Mamba, the snake, right?
I got it.
Okay. Also, I'm a student of the outlaw. Understand me?
I'm listening.
Outlaw meaning there is no law that governs self.
Right.
I govern self.
Okay.
And this law is out of control. So saying all of that to say, people, you understand me?
Tell them.
You understand?
I understand you fight, but you need to tell the people. What would you do? Like,
what would I do? I would do the proper thing. I would make sure the rightful owners of the property would receive their property.
It was in the bank. It was the bank job. Okay, so you take it in the bank.
Yeah. No, I would first. I would. You always huddle up.
You gotta stay. You gotta take a minute. You gotta take a minute.
Time out.
You gotta take a minute. That ain't just.
So I'm gonna go to the side.
No, he didn't find $20. He found $27,000.
Yeah, but I'm gonna go to the sideline.
Yeah, you got.
I'm gonna go to the sideline.
When that kind of money is in play, you gotta take a time out.
I'm gonna go to the sideline and I'm gonna call upstairs.
Man.
See how far you can go now for the score. Okay.
Let me tell you what I would do.
What would you do?
I would get your child, put it in the,
Right.
And to be honest with you, the bank might have called me because I'll be like, oh yeah, I found $15,000 outside. That's it. Like, well, sir, I don't know if that was that much. That's what I found.
Yeah.
I found $15,000 in the job.
I'm definitely not going into the bank with money.
Out of box, they probably came out the bank.
I only go to the bank to take out money.
Yeah,
You want to hear a confession? You want to hear a confession of an OG?
Yeah, go ahead.
I went to said location.
You went to said location.
To withdraw. It wasn't a lot because I man, I got a lot.
But you got more than you was supposed to.
I'm not on the way to said location. And I didn't go to said location. You understand me? So whatever he was going to the bank for, I would have stopped at that point.
And just went on home. Just went on home. Like, no. Hey, no, I'm going home. Before we came to the bank, I'm going home.
I guess, what was he going to the bank for? What did he really even going to the bank for?
He was in the drive-thru, so I'm assuming.
He was going to make a
I'm assuming he made a withdrawal. Yeah, so,
most deposits are electronic nowadays.
So he might have just. And he made a big withdrawal, but he put that joke back.
You know what? That's even deeper. Because now let me pose the question to you.
All right.
Explain me this. What is the rationale behind the outlaw or the person that's outside of the warrant of arrest turning themselves in? What's the rationale? No, hold on. Let me pose.
Wait a minute, you said outside of the warrant.
Yeah.
So another person.
What I'm saying is there's a warrant for the arrest at this point. They're aware of it.
Okay.
And then they decide, well, I'm going, like they've done something heinous probably.
Okay.
They decide, well, I'm going to turn myself in. You understand?
So
what I'm saying is that here's the whole equation. Once you have the whole equation,
okay.
That in the equation of also realize that all other animals, all other beings, they never just sit there like no fish jump in the boat. Intentionally. Now every now and then it does how. You know what I'm saying?
They just jumping and they just don't know what the boat is. Okay, so you said to me, it goes against human nature to say, hey, I'm going to go to jail because I did this.
No, what I am saying is that once you commit a crime, you should always weigh the option of being caught for a crime. And then once you say, well, it's no rationale, like it's no earlier sentence.
So do you think it's better for him to turn himself in or to keep on the run?
Who are we talking about?
This person in this hypothetical scenario. If they got a warrant and they don't get caught, they just turn themselves in. Do you think it's better for them to turn themselves in or just keep on going?
What I'm saying in rationale, the law is out of control. If we being revolutionary,
yeah,
if we being
I get that.
So we say in this world where we live in, the law in itself is corrupt, right?
Yeah.
And then because if the law is corrupt, then all things are on the table. So like the color black. So with that being said, you aid them in abetting.
Helping them out.
They give you a bed.
So you helping them be corrupt.
They give you a bed and they put a price on your head. They call me $200 a day. And
I feel like
earn your paycheck.
you doing the taxpayers a service because they don't have to pay for you. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna make Jack earn his paycheck.
Okay, listen, it's your job to catch me, so I'm gonna let you do your job.
I don't want you. I want you to succeed.
Now, if I think you getting close, I'm gonna call in somebody that they gonna shoot me when I turn.
Be the best hunter you can. I'm serious. All animals in captivity would look at you and tell you. They want you. This ain't what I was trying to be.
Because I'm gonna tell you something. If a bear's cornered by a couple of people, he ain't gonna just be like, "All right, take me." He gonna fight his way out, right? He's not gonna try to get caught. Like you said, the fish ain't jumping in the boat.
Well, I'm just saying, I want to go to the zoo and we see these big boats. And these big boats, and it's just separation of land and mass, and you see the line there, you like, all that is done for a reason, you understand? That line wasn't trying to be there.
He'd rather be in the jungle when he got caught, right?
He'd rather just not be there.
I get that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I definitely get that.
Well, I don't know what's going on, man.
This world crazy, man.
Honeycomb Brazy, the guy I was talking about last week.
Yeah.
His granddad was shot to death. So
his granddad was?
In the house, they ended up hitting him. They still doing the autopsy on his grandmother.
Oh, okay. So his grandfather was shot.
Both of them were shot. They shot up the house.
Yeah. No.
But he's gonna still gotta go through the process.
Right. I still think that's fucked up. You start dealing with my grandparents. Like, why you going?
Like,
so what happened? So you couldn't. Like,
how do we diffuse it, Jay? How do we diffuse the ignorance in the music? Right?
I don't know. Oh, you talking about the ignorance? She said the ignorance.
Because that's what it feels.
Well, see, I think
it's ego. It ties in.
I think because of the perception of what is going on in the world, niggas gotta act harder than they really are. They gotta do things more than they would normally. Like, come on, man. His grandparents' house.
I'm just saying.
No, why you not? Okay, you can't get him, so you going out to the grandparents? Like, that don't make no sense to me, man. I'm from the old school though. We from the old school. Like, if you got to beef with somebody, you take it up with that somebody, right? You know what I'm saying?
So, what I'm getting at, it's like how does it get to the point where like even that's cool?
It's not cool.
Like, you don't get no stripes like that.
No, not at all. Like
that means everybody want to smash.
Like if you came to me and said, "Dog, this is what I did. This is what I did."
What?
If you came to me and said, "Hey, I got beef with this nigga. I can't find him, so I went and shot up his grandparents' house." You know what I would say to you?
What?
The fuck is wrong with you, nigga? Like, are you serious? Like, come on now.
Dig this.
Come on, man.
Help me understand.
I'll be like, what does grandparents do to you?
Help me understand it. It's going to tie back into what I just said a minute ago. They said there are several people that have turned themselves in confessing to the crime, but the government is yet to approve what. We yet to say anything like 4 or 5.
Okay, so maybe they did it because they didn't know they were shooting up the grandparents' house. Maybe the nigga shot. Maybe the dude that sent them, right? Because obviously somebody sent them because you said.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That you can look it up on your phone, and I can look it up now and show you where they say that like it's 4 or 5 different people, individuals saying that they're responsible for their act.
Oh,
but it's yet for the police to corroborate everything and say that they're the people.
So you mean 4 or 5 different people? Like they don't even know each other.
Like the way the story initially read, it didn't read like that, and I never heard of where there's been like a heinous crime of this nature.
And niggas turn themselves in?
People like, I did that. So that lets you know how strange the time we living in.
Yeah, because
and now they just okay.
I heard about plenty of serial killers and shit. They be like this. You gotta catch me, because I ain't gonna do this. You ain't gonna turn this. I ain't never seen nobody with heinous crime.
That's the whole thing about it,
Well, maybe they did it because they know they felt bad.
Can we do this?
Maybe they felt bad.
Do you understand what the G means? Like what it means to be gangster? What's your definition of being gangster? You stop your shit podcast. Now, come on, man. Like your ideal of gangster. What is it?
My idea of a gangster is a nigga that just don't give a fuck. And I ain't mean nigga like as a black person. I'm just talking about a motherfucker that just don't give a fuck. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he wanna. I mean, first of all, gangsters don't do certain shit. Like, gangsters don't go to college. Gangsters don't. They don't have, they don't work 9 to 5. Gangsters don't do shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just motherfuckers that just don't give a fuck. Like, if you step on their shoe wrong, they might shoot you. Like, or they might beat the shit out of you just for no reason. Like, that's a nigga that nigga just let me just stop you that, because people might get the wrong connotation from that. But it's just a motherfucker that's just gonna do whatever the fuck he want to do, whether it was good, bad, or indifferent. It doesn't matter. He's just gonna do it because he feel like doing it. You know what I'm saying? That's what it means to me, man. Like, like a motherfucker just gonna be like, oh, it's sunny out here. I'm gonna go shoot this nigga on the corner, this motherfucker on the corner, because I don't like him, because he got on my shoes, because whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, or he might just go. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm from old school, so if a motherfucker just run up on you and just snuff you and shit, like, for no reason, like, that's a dude that just don't care, man. He don't care about nothing. Like, another motherfucker, or he get hung up by the police. He don't give a fuck, or whatever. Like, he just don't care. He just don't care, like, at all.
Right.
Just don't care.
Right.
He don't care whether he live or die, how he living, is wrong or right. He don't give a fuck.
Right.
That's my definition. That's what I think. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
So, I mean, I don't know. I'm not a gangster. I couldn't tell you. I'm gonna tell you. I'll be the first one to tell you.
Well, now, because see, my connotation to it,
I ain't a killer, but don't push me.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So they really tie back into that, because what it is ultimately is like, it's the God code. It's the man without law that has to represent himself in all situations.
Right.
Because what happens is it comes from the old country, from Italian, the ethos of, in the beginning of the Italian culture, there was a position of impoverished people that couldn't appeal to the people of power for their rights.
Right.
So they had their own underground culture, people to control the communities. And so therefore, it's a code of conduct. What kids don't have nowadays is this code of conduct.
Well, see, that's another thing. But go ahead. I'm gonna let you.
So what I'm trying to get at. So when Pop was saying he would never said I'm a gangster, he said I'm a thug, because he said I'm a person without any options. I'm living out here trying to figure out a way to make it.
Mm-hmm.
But still it falls into the mentality of it's under the law. See, people of Caucasian descent in general, they have power through law. But us being people of color, we don't have any power. So therefore we have an underground culture. And the gangster is the person that controls the community. You understand what I'm saying? Whether good or for the bad, he gets what he needs to happen in the community in which he lives.
Right,
he kind of controls the inner city narrative. You understand?
Right.
And so I'm looking at it like, y'all done got it so twisted, because now y'all have really bought into just the braggadocious of being in control of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's so braggadocious now that you actually commit blatant crimes and like, you know what I'm saying? And now they just said like this dude, I just seen this was on Breakfast Club. Don't get a date. This nigga hit up the Chanel store. Stole by 20, 30 Chanel bags. Jumped on the IG the next day. I got Chanel bags enough to open up a store. Like, man, what part of the game is this, man? What part of the game is this? The cow gonna take me away.
I tell you, I don't know what part of the game is. I don't know what the game is, but he ain't playing it right. I'm saying,
you just hit a lick and then you just the next day.
And the people say, where they do that at? Like, where's that coming from? How did they do that? Like, but you know what? But you're right.
How you go to jail? How you get caught up on the line talking about, man, I got caught in the pocketbook.
What you in for? Stealing Chanel bags? Nah, man. But you know what? You hit right on that. You hit the nail right on the head. When you said there's no code.
Right.
Like, there's no code right now. Like, even in the streets, it was a code. Like, you do something to somebody, they do it to you back. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or they get back at you. Right. Like, I feel like we said last week, grandparents are off limits, dog. Like the grandparents didn't even do, like they earned the right to be old. Right. They lived through a life to be old. You know what I'm saying? Like, let them be. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I mean, I understand people be going out to their families and shit like that, but see, I still believe, I think that's wrong too, because I think if you go out to somebody, if somebody do something to you, now if they went out to your family, that's a different story. That's a different joke. That's a code, eye for an eye, right? Right. But if I got a beef with you, right? Right. And you go shoot up my grandparents because you couldn't find me. I didn't do nothing to your grandparents, your parents, or nobody like that. Right. I did shit to you. Right. So why you gonna go after my grandparents? I think that's some bitch. But that's what I'm saying. That's because it ties into the braggadocious part, because these words is so so you visceral at this point. We gonna say the words are setting people off because it's not even like no slights of crime. Like a G is controlled under pressure. You see what I'm saying? That's what I mean by not having no law. So they're the total opposite of that because they're acting out in aggression and they so realize it. How you think that's they're not controlled under pressure? How you think that's gonna play in the joint when you say what you in for? You be like, yeah, I had beef with this dude, so I went and tried his grandmother's house. No, that don't even sound right. Yeah, no, that ain't it. The point that now they don't even realize, because see, this is the pits of hell that they encapsulated themselves in, because now they can't become a grandparent. They can't become that. So they got kids and they know they're going, you know what I'm saying? Because they can't talk to nobody, and everybody can't sleep no more because of what they did. And that's kind of dope, hour high, whatever may be. Because I'm going to tell you something. No, you don't get no stripes for shooting up nobody's grandparents. No, you don't. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm saying. Ain't no time in history. And the person got stripes. You didn't shoot his grandparents because they came out of your family and nothing like that. You shot his grandparents that came out of you. So you definitely right. But that's why I want to take the conversation. Cause check this out, he ain't got my shade, man. Damn, Lord, what you want to do? I'm gonna fade into the. I want to say. So what do you think? What could be? I'm gonna turn into. Oh, I Google your ass. What do you think would be one of the underlying sentiments that would make a man pop off with that much veracity? No, I'm gonna tell you something. I hope it ain't that. I'm gonna tell you something, man. 9 times out of 10, when a nigga pop off with that kind of veracity, I'm sorry. I hate the word veracity in the word today. Yeah, that's the word. Ding, that's the word of the day, right? When you pop off with like that, where's the no, that's it. That's it. Veracity. Now you got to turn the speaker on first. I don't know. No, that's a joke. You turn. I was give you a standing ovation for the word. The bottle. Oh, no. Oh, wait. Yeah. The speaker picking up. I was giving you standing ovation for the for the word of the day. Yeah, for the word of the day. I was giving you the joke for the word of the day. Ferocity. Yeah, I was giving you that. But listen, I hope it ain't that, man. Man, I'm gonna tell you 9 times out of 10, dog. I'll be completely honest, especially with this time. Especially in this time, day and age, you know what to say. It got to be the P. It got to be. Listen. Harvey, what I'm telling you is this. When you got pop off with that kind of ferocity, right? It has to be the power. The almighty power. I'm something like him now. Yeah, it gotta be the power of the pussy. It gotta be the power of the pussy. It gotta be the power of the pussy. Because no, any culture except for listen, rap for who though? Rap for who? That pussy. That's what it is. Can't be that. He in Houston now. What that mean? I mean, he outside of the local scene, so he ain't in the local scene no more. And so I'm just saying, if it is that, it's sad. That nigga popped this girl. That nigga popped this girl. That nigga popped this girl. He got mad. He said, "Oh, shoot up these niggas' grandparents' house." I can't get this people. I know where they live. I hope it ain't that. He said, "Nah, I'm gonna get this nigga for real. I'm gonna go shoot up. Fuck that mother shit. Fuck it, though. I'm gonna shoot up his grandparents' house. What the fuck?" Young Blood got balls. He can rap too.
But I hope it ain't that.
That's
I hope it ain't that. Yeah, you wrong for that.
Power to be you.
You wrong for that.
That's
wrong for that.
So you saying that ain't what niggas be doing nowadays?
Oh, that's gonna be one.
Niggas be going crazy over there.
20 years in jail, 30 years in jail.
So look, he actually, it's ironic that he killed because of the PUSS buy. He ain't gonna get no PUSS.
I mean, how much money would it cost to put somebody's grandparents on? Put something on somebody's grandparents' head?
I don't know. He like, and so I said, I want you to kill these grandparents.
What
kind of bounty you got on that job?
They're Harvard 4172. I come up in there. I believe in the rules of the game, man. And I ain't never read. What rule is that? What rule is that? I ain't seen that. I would shoot myself. I ain't seen that rule. If I went that far, I would be out my mind. I would shoot myself.
I ain't seen that rule.
Like, how you gonna shoot us? I'm like, grandparent high. And then 75.
And then set on fire?
Yeah, you didn't watch it. You haven't watched it yet? Yeah, man. It's horrible, man. Horrible.
Wow. Dog, that's a lot of ferocity.
That's why I said it can't be that. It can't be. I ain't met that like that yet.
Yeah, you ain't. Apparently that.
Nah.
Listen.
Like, but that's what I'm saying. I feel
that's why.
It's no guidance. If you ain't got no G's teaching you how to be a gangster.
But listen, that nowadays, that's what it is, though. That's what it is. It's the that's why a lot of niggas pop off the way they pop off, because it's gotta be. And if it's not for the pussy that you got, it's for the pussy that you want to get.
Hey, tell me.
So that's like you saying when the Chanel bags, right?
Right.
So you think that nigga stole the Chanel bags and went on live later just because he got Chanel bags? No, man. He went on live or IG to tell the people he got Chanel bags to bring bitches.
Nah, but that's what he did. I'm willing to take
out of the 20 Chanel bags, if he sold 20,
right,
he gonna try and hit at least 4 of them bitches, right?
Time out. Hold on. There's a check now. Here come a check from jail right here. Here come the check now. I'm willing to bet you that if we take time out and I pull this image of this nigga up posing with these bags, you might second guess what you say.
I'm not gonna second guess it because in his mind, I don't care what you say, but in his mind, these Chanel bag gonna get him some pussy. That's what it is. That's in his mind.
I mean, when he was posing with the bag,
in his mind. Listen, in his mind, that Chanel bag gonna get us some pussy. Because listen, let me tell you something. I'm gonna break it down to you. I had this conversation with one of my boys some years ago, right?
Right.
Some years ago, right? Everything is done for a woman. Okay.
Okay.
So, women, more times than not, women dress for other women. They don't dress for you. They don't give a fuck about you. They dress for other women, right? They make sure that they shit tight because a lot of women bring other women down. That's just the facts, right? Men, everything you do is for a woman, right? You get a haircut. You get a haircut to look in your mirror to yourself and be like, damn, I look fly? No. You get a haircut because you want to go out to the club and snag some women because you look good, right? You look fresh. You buy some nice clothes. You buy the earrings or whatever. All that shit, but it's for a woman. You don't do that shit for a man. You definitely don't. And you don't do it for yourself. Because, I don't know, when you get a fresh haircut and you think you look good, you're going to be like, damn, I look good. In your mind, I look good. I'm going to go out here and see if I can book some bitches. That's what it is, right? Is that not right?
Well, what I'll say, you don't. How do you feel about your personal self? Like, you don't just in general care about yourself. This is the natural.
Not saying you don't care about yourself. No, I'm not saying you don't care about yourself.
If you feel like you're an attractive person, then you're gonna do things to make yourself more appealing.
To who though?
For yourself, like in general. Like,
you don't do it for yourself.
Tell me, so
you do it for you make yourself more appealing to other people. An
athlete starts out by exercise, and all athletics it starts out exercise.
Yeah, but we never talked
so when you're growing up, your nature, the way you conduct yourself, it goes off your personality from a child, from a little bit.
Hold on. So you saying an athlete trains himself and does his stuff, right?
Same way with attractive.
Why does he do that?
You're a person that's considered to be attractive.
Real quick, why does he do that? You think the athlete does it for himself, or he does it to obtain the approval of somebody else?
I think the athlete trains to build his muscle mass, to build his memory, to build himself.
For the approval of who, though?
to
themselves.
perform
For
at the peak
who?
level.
For who though?
For themselves. They
don't
want to
perform for themselves. See, no athlete has ever performed for itself.
I understand where you're going.
No athlete has ever performed for itself. Nobody. When you do all that training, they do it with a goal in mind, right?
The idea of
because nothing else pushes you more than a goal in mind.
The idea of participation. It automatically means that it's in a collective of people. I understand that, but what I'm saying though, an athlete trains because he starts out as a kid. I love to play basketball. Oh, I love to play football, and this before he started.
But
training.
You think
so that passion grows into I need to train to be better, and that ambition or the avenue of that opportunity to be that never diminishes because they continue to get better and better.
But through this whole process, do you think they're doing it for themselves, or do you think they're doing it for the approval of something else? Okay, so listen.
I think that a lot of athletes fall off around collegiate level because they realize, like, am I really doing this?
No, I understand that. I understand that. That's facts. A lot actually more athletes fall off in the high school factor.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Because a lot. I mean, you get to. You get to high school. There's so many high schools out there, right? It's like it's at least 3 or 4 in a 4 mile radius around in the areas, right?
Right.
So they go to high school. They play football because most of the time, most high school athletes play football to get to college, right?
Right.
Most college players get it to play the pros. Most youngins get it to go to a good high school, right?
Right.
Or whatever. But see, what I'm saying is this: all that they doing. It's for that girl. And the girl is the high school or the college or the pros that you want to get to.
I don't think any little boy go out on the Pee Wee football team because that's where it started. Thinking I'm doing this because I want this girl.
I'm not saying no. See, I'm using a metaphor. The girl is not a girl. Okay. It's the next level. Like I said, you're doing something. Right. Like you're doing something. Like if you get your haircut, like I said, if you get your haircut, you look in the mirror and look good. I'm gonna go book some bitches. You do
right. Yeah. Right.
So in Pee Wee football, a lot of kids if they turn out they're doing it. They like because they either see they either seen their father do it or somebody in a pro level or on TV they seen the same person do it, right? So they started to play that game because either their father push them or their mother push them to play it. They see somebody that's playing it that they like. You know what I'm saying? So then they get on there to say, hey, I'm good at it. So then they start having dreams of getting to the position of where that person that they seen play this game, right?
Right.
So that's what I'm saying is objectively, that's the girl. So you trying to get to that girl. So you're doing everything you can to get to that girl, which is your goal. Right.
Right.
So, like I said, you go out, you go to the mall. I don't know if niggas go to the mall anymore, but you go to the mall, you buy clothes. And mine, you thinking, most of the time, you thinking either I'm going to look good when I walk out the house because I want somebody to notice me, which is girls, you don't want to never do, but notice you unless you that way. Right. Or you get your haircut, you go out, or you like, yeah, I look good. I'm going to go, or you think you look good. I'm gonna go out here to this club, say I booked some bitches, or I'm gonna wear my fresh outfit, the clothes that I bought when I was shopping, or the shoes that I bought when I was shopping, because these chicks are gonna look at my shoes, they're gonna look at my clothes, they're gonna look at me, and I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to see what's up with that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of girls out here be like, yeah, I want to know what's on the inside and all that stuff. Blah blah blah. But more than likely, they're gonna look at the dude with the fresh clothes or whatever. That's why you do it.
But now we gonna think about it. We can have this conversation, bro. We can go back and forward here right here.
Go ahead.
Tell me
but we say the same thing.
No, really, because I'm gonna make it diverse.
So you don't think the girl? So wait a minute.
No, what I think is people try to present their best self. So
that's what she exactly.
You can say for who?
It's always for somebody.
Like if you want to, not
it's for somebody. It's always
in a capitalistic society. We try to win. Everything is a competition.
Right.
So you want to win because in winning there's a euphoric feeling of saying I'm better than a certain portion of people. So even with appearance, people that come up getting. So tell me this: what determines if you're an attractive person or not? How do you determine that?
It just depends on who's looking at you.
I feel like it is determined by the ratio of compliments you get throughout your process of growing and living your life. So what I am saying is that people that grow up
so you think
attractive because they appeal to that because they.
So you think it's a
invest into
benchmark
doing
for
that.
like a total like? So if you saying as the person that you might not feel is attractive,
Right.
um, is not attractive to themselves because they didn't get as many compliments as somebody else.
No, that's not what I'm
Okay,
saying.
that's what I'm asking.
So where did our conversation start? Give me the start of the
When
conversation.
I said everything people do is for a woman.
And that's what I'm trying to say. I don't think that. I think in a
Right.
capitalistic society, everybody tries to achieve their ultimate
I
self.
understand that. So what it is?
And that everything else comes along. Because
So
children start out sports before they even start out having sexual orientation, before they start saying girl, boy,
see,
girl,
but that's that's not that's a different trait. But what I'm saying is like this. So yes, a kid starts out
in
as
sports. In
with
sports.
sports or whatever. That's
Right,
fine.
sports. That's
But
what sports starts out.
but what I'm
Nobody started out in sports.
but I'm saying that's a natural progression. So they start out in sports. Why they start out in sports? Because they trying to get to a goal. Most kids don't start out in sports just
But
playing
how do you
sports.
tie that to the girl?
I'm just saying most. I'm not saying all. Right? The girl is the goal in sports.
The girl is the goal of sports.
That's a metaphor. It's the girl. The girl is like the goal. So your goal is sports. Most kids play sports to reach a goal.
I think to win. Win don't have no value in this.
Winning?
Yeah, winning.
I mean, yeah, a lot of people, everybody want to win.
That's what I'm saying.
But what are you winning for? You're not winning for yourself. You want to get that recognition. You winning to get to the goal.
Nah, bro. I done had too much. I got lost. You winning to get the goal.
Yeah, man.
I agree to that.
Oh,
I agree to that.
Just drink, sip it.
I agree to that. I agree. You winning to get the goal.
I'm just saying, like that's what I'm saying. So I'm just talking about in general, men do things for women, like
right. Cause now that's the whole Chris Rock. That's the whole Chris Rock spiel. He had a whole spiel on that.
Yeah,
like
what I'm saying,
somebody.
Yeah, men do things for women. As a kid,
and they.
But see, that's what I'm saying. But see, until you realize, I'm talking about men and like when you start liking the opposite sex,
right?
It happens earlier for people than it does for other people. For you know what I'm saying. So, but when you start liking that other sex, or when you're a dude and you start liking women,
right?
When you're a dude and you start liking women,
right?
From that point on, personally, a lot of the stuff you do is for women. You know. Okay, so if you know, I mean, you don't have no kids, but when you have kids, right? Your son grows up. Most boys are just they boys. What is most boys when they boys they don't like take baths and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? They come in the house, they want to go to sleep or whatever they want to do, or they want to play video games. They don't want to get in the shower. Blah blah blah. Right? But once you start liking the opposite sex as a boy or whatever, or even I'm not gonna say it's just the opposite, but I'm just going off of heterosexual behavior right now. Okay. That's what I know. I don't get into the other stuff that I don't really know, right? But most boys start doing stuff. They start taking baths more, and they want to smell better. They start getting cologne from their father. Hey, Dad, can I get this? I want to smell good for this girl, or I want to go to this dance because such and such is gonna be there. It ain't because my boy gonna be there. My boy's gonna be my boys. You know what I'm saying? But I want to go there because little Tracy from down the block gonna be there. I know she's gonna be looking good, so I can't go to this party, Dad, without this jump, this. Your father might say no, but the intent was to get new shoes and some fly ass clothes for this jump, right? And as you go on, you getting haircuts, you shaving, you doing all this stuff, you working out, you doing stuff. So you doing that stuff for the goal to look better to women. Most dudes, most heterosexual dudes, that's what they doing. I ain't gonna say all because I ain't generalizing all of anything, men, women, or anything. What I'm saying is most dudes, when they get into the opposite sex or liking the opposite sex, they start doing a lot of the stuff that they start doing is for women and what they like. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's just how it is, though. But interesting enough, I want to see if I can put this together, really. Women, right? So I wish we had a woman here so I can give an opinion, but
Yeah, Ron said Keith was supposed to be stopping through tonight. I guess she ain't gonna make it.
She's a little tired. She came in from my Florida today, so it's
Yeah.
If not, we'll excuse her today. But my question is this, all right? I don't know if I have a real question, maybe a statement, right?
Well, it's definitely
I've seen. Okay, get this. I've seen women on the internet or wherever say, "I just want a guy that's really nice to me," blah 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 blah. But they always get caught up with some other dude, this asshole, end up being an asshole. But it's like their pattern, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, do you think the women, not all, like I said, I'm not generalizing all anything.
Right.
Do you think they really know what they want?
Hold on. I'm gonna tell you what. I'm finna take a time out and hit the head, and I want you to do the drops and whatever you want to do and mix it down for a minute. I'm gonna step away from the camera. Now. Hold on. Yeah. That one, that five, I did it.
Anyway, that's the question I want to know is if women can really know what they want, and is it really up to the dude to really know what women want? So that's my question I want to pose out there. Because my personal opinion, I don't know if all women really know what they want. Not all women. I ain't gonna say all women because I ain't gonna do that, but that's just my opinion, or whatever. So that's want to know. All right. So Mr. Harvey's back.
Yeah. Back in there.
But like I said, the question is so okay. So that I'm sorry. Let me revamp my question a little bit. Do women really know? Do you think women really know what they want? And is the dude responsible to know what they want? Like, is a guy responsible to know what they woman wants? Should you be able to? Okay, so you got to answer the first question, and answer the second question. So, because if you think they know what they want, then should the dude also be in tune with what they want? And then, if you don't think so, again, do you think the dude? Like, I know a lot of women. I do know a lot of women that don't really know what they want. They say what they say what they think they want, but their actions show otherwise. But they also feel like the dude, a guy or whoever, not even that men should know what they want. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
So what do you think? Do you think first of all, let's start here. Do you think women really know what they want? Because I've seen I'm gonna give one girl on Instagram I see that I follow, right? It's like on her page, she talking about free somebody, that's my baby, right? But in the last year, I done seen her talk about 4 other niggas on the jump. In the last year, this whole year, 4 other dudes talking about something, I love him, that's my babe. But all the while, her jump and her bio say free somebody because that's my real husband or whatever, right? So right there tells me that she don't even really know what's going. Like, she's confused because if she every other day or every other month or something, she talk about something. Well, this is my babe. This is my babe. But I'm in love. This is my babe. But she all the while she's saying free this other nigga who in jail because that's my real babe. Like, does that make sense to you?
Well, now, see, the problem is, here, listen, I'm going to my old heart guru phase.
Okay.
I wish I had my shades, but I left them on the dresser when I was going.
I'm really glad you did because I don't want you to do that.
What's happening is you caught up in a kerfuffle of words. So you caught up in syntax.
I'm not, but it's her actions.
That's analyzing her rationale of what she is because if someone's incarcerated, she has no relationship because they're incarcerated.
But she thinks
you understand what I'm saying?
But she thinks
okay. So the thing is, do women know what they want? I was just appeared on Fierce Financial and the same general equation. And her nephew was a recurring guest on her show, and he classified women in ones and twos. He said, I got ones and twos. The
Okay.
ones you go all out for, the twos, it's just kind of like a jump off type equation there.
Okay.
And all of that. So all of these are scenarios, and my personal opinion is that when you mature as a person, because you got to think about this, the spirit is never rationalized into either a heterosexual, homosexual, or any other type of sexual equations. There's no male, there's no female. It's just a spirit, right?
Right.
And so when you're going into your spirit, what you realize is that I want somebody that's going to be on the same wavelength as me.
I get it.
And so when you look at the chicks, you're going to be like, okay, well, what are they really trying to be about? Like, where are they in their relationship?
But see,
Are they just trying to go out here and have fun and catch camera shots and do all that? Where am I at on my level of maturity? You understand what I'm saying?
I understand that.
Okay.
What I'm asking you is this. That's your thing. I'm not asking about you.
Right.
Right? Because that's how you feel. Because I feel the same way about a lot of things. Like I'm not, especially at the point in my life, I'm not looking for nothing quick, really. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking for something that's sustainable. You know what I mean?
But see, that's what I said on Fierce Financial, because that's what they said. Well, what she said, well, what, tell me what the term is like. Can a woman make more money than you? They're going to question.
But see, that stuff don't all that stuff don't matter to me. But I'm just looking for a woman with qualities that's sustainable for a lifetime of joy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
tell me this.
Listen, this is what I'm saying. I'm not superficial, but my person gotta be my girl or whatever gotta be attractive to me. I ain't saying she gotta be a supermodel, but she gotta be attractive to me because I gotta look at her. So that goes both ways. But I mean, she gotta be attractive, and she gotta have a personality because in most cases, I don't know if you can notice this by now, but I got a pretty good personality.
Yeah, I tell you.
You know what I'm saying? I'm saying they got sensitive and stuff like there's all stuff, but most time in people, most people, I don't care who you are.
Right.
You want the person to be attractive to you.
Tell me this, Jay. I'm saying if she check off all them boxes, she attractive.
Yeah.
She's got a personality, all of that stuff. But she doesn't believe in a monogamous, faithful type relationship.
She ain't for me.
Can you do it?
She ain't for me.
I mean, she checking off on every other box.
She ain't for me.
She just saying, look, I'm too old in life to try to be settling down. I just want to date you and have a relationship. So what you saying? So what are you saying? She's not for you because she got to be faithful.
That's a deal breaker right there. Yeah, that's a deal breaker for me. So here's the thing. That's because if she check all the boxes, then I see her as a wife or as a long time partner.
So you still get married at this stage in your life? You still get married?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
I wouldn't have no problem with getting married yet. But what I'm saying is, even if I didn't, if I felt like that she was a person that I want to spend the rest of my life with, whether it be marriage or just us, whatever.
Right.
Then yeah, she gotta be monogamous. I'm not. But if I look at it, if I'm just
2020, man.
I don't give a damn what year it is. I'm not from 2020. I'm born in the 70s.
Can't nobody else be in the 70s.
I'm in from the 70s, man. I ain't got time for that.
Ain't no Airbnb right now.
But if it's a jump off or something like that, if I jump off, then
sit on the front.
Listen, if I got to jump off or something like that, then yeah, I'm gonna ask for threesomes and all that shit. I ain't gonna hold you to me or nothing like that. But ain't no real rules in that. But if you talking about somebody to check off my boxes,
yeah,
that's a box.
Yeah, right.
That she ain't checking.
Well, I'm just saying because it's fact that half of all marriages end in divorce in America right now.
Yeah, it probably would have.
At the same time, most people are wounded in relationships because the whole ethical relationships are
that's fine.
So they're not. So
that's fine. But
now the actuality of having a monogamous relationship is very. You understand what I'm saying? We do a ratio. With all that being, you understand what I'm saying?
Listen, what I'm saying to you is this. I don't care about the ratio. I don't care about the numbers. I don't care nothing about it. Joey,
right.
J.O., this dude right here that you looking at,
right.
That's a box that she need to check. Right. If anything, that might if she checked the boxes for me to be with, right. That's probably one of the most important boxes.
Tell me this, then.
For me,
Tell me this right here, then. So, can she have kids?
of course. I mean, I got kids, so I can't even. You know what I'm saying? I can't even fault you for having kids.
Well, I'm just saying, like,
as a matter of fact,
is it like, is it okay for a chick just to be like, you know, y'all just cohabitating at this point, y'all ain't trying to have no extra?
We can do that too. That's fine. Yeah, I'm not. Well, first of all, because I ain't trying to have no more kids. To be honest with you.
Yeah.
But yeah, what I'm saying is, I'm not gonna fall. Well, actually, more times than not, I would rather you have a kid.
Right.
Because that don't mean you looking for me to have a kid with you.
Right.
Because I don't want to have no more kids.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So I direct my my view to women with kids a lot of times. Like, you know, if you ain't got no kids, I'm not saying you off the joke, but what I'm saying is we're gonna have to talk before we get into something serious.
Right. Tell me that right here. That's what I'm trying to figure out now. All right, I'm flowing pretty good now. So, like, cause I'm everybody in different spaces right now. You being at the age that you are being at the age. What is like that sweet spot age right now? Like
for what?
The age when you like, oh, that bitch. Like I find myself like in this age group of women. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is it like when you see it like it's bad?
You mean the age of the person or the age of the people?
I'm talking about the level of woman right now that you find yourself attracted to. Like 35-year-olds, 45-year-olds, 50-year-olds. Could have an older fetish, you know, like grannies.
I'm definitely a
young thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to find that line.
I'll tell you what I'm not.
I know how old you are. We ain't gonna talk about it, but I know how old you are.
They probably can guess. I said I was a child of the 70s, so they probably guess I'm pretty. I'm a little older, but
like if you had to put it in a 3-year gap, a 3-year span, like
I can't put it in a 3-year span. Let me tell you why.
Why not?
Let me say this. First of all, what I'm not gonna do is fuck my 70-year-old stepmom. I'm not gonna do that.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
That's not gonna happen.
Right.
I've seen some attractive women from 18 to 88.
Oh, you said 18?
Yeah, that's Hold on. I think you're getting too crazy now. I didn't say attractive. Right. I ain't say I'm gonna be out here going after no 18-year-old.
Well, no, I mean,
but what I'm saying is, as far as a serious relationship, right. I would believe she has to be at least in her 30s.
Okay, I'm gonna say this right here. My sweet spot on my Instagram is about 23, 26 right now.
Okay. I'm just saying.
I'm even afraid to admit.
Hold up now. I'm just saying there's some good sweetness in that gap. I ain't gonna lie to you. I can't even front with you. I believe me, I know some personally that's in that gap. They be like, hey, wait a minute. Change all the rules for you.
How you get a smell from a picture?
Listen, I might change. Shit. Two of them, I might change the whole game for. But listen, what I'm telling you is, shit, it was one I used to fuck with. I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there was real, that, like, I used to hang out with her all the time, man. She can change the rules of the whole game, you know what I mean? Like, the whole game, but generally, ideally, they'll be, you know, at least in their 30s or whatever for me. Ideally.
That's what I'm saying. You talking ideals. I said the sweet spot, like that sweet tooth.
I'm telling you, ideally, that's my
you talking about relationship, so I'm talking about like that, the eye candy, you know.
Eye candy.
It's a certain age in there. Like,
so are you talking about? Okay, so you talking about? Are you talking about eye candy?
Sometimes like heavy girl, sometimes like slim.
I got it. Yeah. But we talking about? Are you talking about?
Like if you went to go.
Are you talking about eye candy that I would talk to, or eye candy that I just eye candy?
Now, if you get on your IG and go down your timeline, who pop up the most, or your Twitter, or whatever maybe.
It's a couple of women in my 30s mostly that pop up, but that's in my 30s. It's a couple of fine women in their 30s that pop up my timeline all the time.
I agree.
But I follow some models and shit like that. You turn around, you be like, and then they finally tell you their age, or they say their age in the video, some shit. You be like, oh damn.
I keep getting older.
And I be like, baby, I like mine in my 30s, but you might change. It's what I'm gonna tell you now. It's one in Atlanta. I ain't gonna give out no names, but it's this IG model in Atlanta.
Yeah.
She probably published or whatever in series, but I see her on IG all the time. You know what I'm saying? It's one that she got a kid though, but I think she like 23.
Right.
I didn't know she was that young, but she's like 23.
Right. Nah.
She can change the rules of the game. I'm trying to tell you. Listen. I'm telling you.
I'm heavily
Listen,
invested in California
listen.
right now.
I'm talking about this shit right here. It can change. It's her.
Right.
It's one girl I used to hang out with. And she is probably in a sweet spot. She's probably 25 right now, 24, 25. They definitely changed the rules of the game. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they changed my sweet spot.
Right. They wanted Boston,
but like I said, I'm saying, but ideally, in general, my sweet spot is 30s, somewhere in the 30s, whatever, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, there are some exceptions to every rule.
Right.
I want people to understand. Wait a minute. I want people to understand. There's an exception.
We don't pimp it now. We don't fool. We don't prime time pimping time. We talking. Because this the truth about it is they move different in different ages. So like on my IG wall, if you're in a certain time zone, you're gonna certain time bracket, you're gonna get this type of action. You know?
Yeah.
Like I don't go too far from much from IG, man. I stay on IG. Like I don't do all the extra stuff. I gotta keep close to IG.
I tell you what, listen, man, I feel like everybody got their little sweet spot, like you say, but like I said, there's rules. There's an exception to all of them. Like if you say, well, I need, cause see, even if like there's some chicks out there, man, that might be like, well, I said I don't want no more kids, but there might be some chicks out there that I might be like, I don't even care if I have a kid with you.
Right,
like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's an exception to every rule, but ideally and generally, my sweet spot is in the 30s or whatever. Mostly, if they got a kid, that'd be great because that means you ain't looking for me to have kids most of the time. So, but that's but like I said,
Now, but tell me this though. Tell me this though.
I hear you.
Could you enjoy life and never be married again?
Yes.
You do that?
I could definitely do that. Do I see myself doing it? Maybe not. I don't know, but I mean, who am I to say right now? You know what I'm saying? I don't know what my future holds, but.
Well, tell me, is there anything you would tolerate more now on this side of it? You know, because I mean, you done turned me into Dr. Phil now, man. I mean, I didn't know I thought it was Friday night talk. You know?
Oh, that's what we do though. We talking that shit. We just a little more serious
on this side of the
fence. Oh, don't worry. We're gonna get back to the other side.
What I want to do, all right, man, pull up the IG, man. Let's sign the people in and see if they want to pop in, right?
So, wait a minute, what was the question now?
On this side of the relationship, is there anything you think you could tolerate more out of a new relationship if we were going that way? That like learning
I don't know, man. I'm probably less patient with relationships than I was before. Mm-hmm. Because of what I've experienced and what I know, but I probably would tolerate the internet usage a little bit more. I think maybe because people are on the internet a little bit more. What I would not tolerate is a partner that uses the internet to express things to me that they can't express to me. I'm not gonna do that. That's another.
Yeah, that's
like if you whether you mad. Even if you're happy, like if you can't sit there, if you happy with me and you post my shit all over IG and shit like that, but you can't tell me, I got a problem with that. You know what I'm saying? Because we're not living our life, we're not living our happy life on the internet.
So you don't have a problem with it, or you do?
I do.
Oh, you do that
because you're not telling me, like you're not conveying to me. To me, you're just doing it for the people outside.
Right. Well, now here goes the thing though. But see, this is where we at. Here goes,
But if you're doing it, if you privately, if we both doing what we need to do to keep each other, and you doing it on Instagram and all that stuff, and you making it known that you got somebody you happy with them, that's one thing. But if you just doing it for the press or for the people,
now
and you're not doing it at home,
and I'm a youth leader now. Let me do my little youth leading space. I was gonna say it right here. to the point that we have never acknowledged in the social or psychological, the relationship space, the idea of people having to have vents. You know what I'm saying? And at this day and age, because information and everything is so compressed, people have to have vents. And so in relationships, you should consider places where people have the platform to vent.
Nah,
So that's all I want.
No. You don't vent to everybody else just to vent to everybody. If you got to vent or if you got to say something, you got to keep.
But do you understand the concept? Do you understand the general concept?
I understand what you're saying.
Okay.
All I'm saying is I can't be with somebody that's going to vent on Facebook or social media just because they got an issue.
Well,
especially if you're not talking to me about it, then what's the point? What's the point?
Can you do without social media?
Yes. But like I said, I'm from old school. I didn't even have a phone until I got into college.
Right.
I mean, there was no cell phone. I mean, that wasn't. We had pages, and then we had pages most of the time anyway. At that time,
Huh? He was a doctor.
A doctor or drug dealer back then, right? But that's
I don't know. I'm asking you when you're a doctor.
That's how it was. No, but that's how it was.
Okay.
I had a pager for certain things, you know what I'm saying? But like that's what it was.
Tell everybody. I didn't do that.
I had a 2H out too.
Listen, any of y'all.
I was text messaging with my 2H
on 5 o'clock just here, cause I didn't get him to confess that on record, man.
What?
That you had 2 pages and all this.
I ain't say I had 2 pages.
What you say something about pages?
I said pages back then was for doctors or drug dealers. I said, but I had a pager.
Yeah,
I said nothing about 2 pages.
I asked you were you a doctor.
I said no.
I said, then don't be confessing all this stuff on the airwaves, man. I don't know what you got.
I don't care nothing about that. I had a pager when I was young. I wasn't no doctor. I wasn't no drug dealer neither, but I had a pager.
Keep it clean then. Why you trying
to
clout chase? Stop it then.
I didn't clout chase. It was a pager. It wasn't that.
Why did you have a pager?
Everybody had a pager.
Oh, because everybody had one?
No, I had a pager because the girl I was dealing with at the time wanted me to get a pager because she wanted to reach me.
I understand. Raise your glass.
We both went downtown. And we got pages because we wanted to make sure we, keep in touch with each other. Mm-hmm. That's why I got a pager. Mm-hmm. I mean, if you want to be real.
So you came up out there pimping then, huh?
I ain't nobody pimping. It was a girl. We had
to keep on page because we realized that was a method of the pimp.
No, I had to keep on page. I want to know where she was at.
That's what I'm saying.
They got nothing to do with pimping. I was with the girl.
That's why I pimp as a pager for a chick. You know what she
Yeah, that's a pimp, but I ain't got nothing to do. I wasn't a pimp.
How much money you make with?
I didn't make no money. I was in college. I didn't make. It wasn't no pimp shit. I was in college. She was my girl.
Free? Oh, she's my girl.
Yeah, I said the girl. It was my girl.
I'm lost at this point. Man.
She was my girl. When you went down there,
she
was. I ain't say nothing about pimp, but you did.
Oh,
okay. Exactly. Okay. I said we went down. My girl went down to get pages. That's what we did.
Keep track of you.
We want to get track of each other because you definitely know I wasn't getting no pages. She wasn't getting no damn pages. That ain't the rule of the game. That's how that shit go.
The numbers and stuff.
Yeah, we did codes. Yeah, we did codes. I think everybody did codes though. When they had a pager. Pages wasn't that about pimping or nothing shit like that.
I don't know. You said either you had to be in the drug game or a doctor.
That was the perception. When we was in high school,
I didn't have one, so I don't know.
When I was in high school, late my high school years, you can't. They said no pages in school because
y'all communicate. They don't want Negroes communicating.
Yeah, the perception was at the time doctors or drug dealers had pages,
and you shouldn't be a doctor in high school. You got to go through
exactly. So if you had a page in high school, guess what? They thought you was a drug dealer. That's what I'm telling you.
Oh, they thought
that's what it was.
I thought you played basketball.
I didn't have one in high school. I said in college.
Oh, in college.
I ain't get my page. I ain't get nothing until in college. If you wanted to reach me in high school, you had to call my house. If it wasn't in the house, because you know where I was at. If it wasn't in the house, you didn't call me. Right. I was cross street at the court all the time.
Yeah, that's right.
You used
to play basketball.
Basketball and football.
Which one was better, basketball or football?
Which one was I better at?
Which one is better, basketball or football?
Oh, football day, but
okay. I mean most hybrid players that play basketball and football. Being African American, they a lot of lean toward basketball.
Leave basketball because of the safety.
Hey, tell me, do you play math?
Huh?
Do you play math?
Can I play Madden?
You play Madden football.
Yeah.
You know, we got Xbox right here. Xbox One.
I'll play Xbox.
Oh, yeah.
I play PS4.
Okay. I just want to make sure, man. Yeah, I do. I've been losing though, man. I've been losing, man. I lost like 5 games to Sam. Back to back. Skunked everyone. Throwing intercept. I got him 1 yard line. Throwing intercept.
That's probably because you should have ran the ball. But anyway.
Yeah, true.
You know. That's what it was. I mean, you know, did you have a pager? You have a pager?
Nah, man, I was poor, man. I've been poor all my life, bro. You think this is not stuff?
Well, you know, you ain't gotta have money to have no pager for real pager. But
you gotta have, but you just gotta be a doctor or a drug gang. So you tell me. I'm trying to go out.
That was just for the communication part. That's just the perception. That was a perception, man. I'm not really. There's so many people with pages, man. Nobody will worry about that shit, man. All the niggas in the school that had a page wasn't drug dealers. I know that. Huh?
They were hustling to pay the page bill.
Nah, I don't know. Their parents probably got it because they wanted.
The whole
As a matter of fact, most people that I knew had a page that had a pager in high school or beginning college is because their parents wanted to get to them.
Okay, now the whole purpose of a pager is to control the influx of calls because you're mobile, so people are trying to.
I don't know if it's to control it. I'm
saying the practical reason of having it.
No, I think the practical reason of having it. No, I think the practical reason of having it is that you are mobile, but people wanted to know, whether it be parents or your girl or your dude or whatever, is that they wanted to know.
See, I'm talking about
they wanted to be able to get in contact with you, or not get in contact. They want to let you know that they need to talk to you, or they need to know where you are. They need to.
Is it still a marketplace for a pager now?
Think about it. Cell phones. Why?
Because cell phone ain't direct contact.
Yeah, that's exactly why. Cell phones replaced the pager because of that. They were waiting for that. My cell phone came out.
Yeah, I'm talking about controlling contact there again.
That's what a pager was too.
Yeah.
Pager was definitely.
I can still see having a pager, you know what I'm saying?
Like nowadays, if you
got a pager for the show, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, don't page me no pager. Just call me or text me.
I got you.
That's what the phone for. Yeah. You know that, Javi. Come on now.
I got you. I'm stretching, man. I'm stretching.
ain't no need, man. That no. Man, yeah.
Well, man. So what do you talk your shit about? Cause you ain't talk your shit. You ain't talk that yet, man.
We've been talking shit all night.
Well, I'm thinking like we supposed to come down or something. Like you talking about Ted Cruz
when you
started recording this. Ted Cruz was on the other stuff. That wasn't on this.
Man. What I'm talking about, when you just shooting the shit, we talking that shit. Like
okay.
You ask me about stuff. I'm talking about shit about it. Okay. It ain't got to be negative or nothing like that. It's just we talking. That's what I feel. Talking your shit is how you feel, man. Okay. It's how you feel about a subject. Like I brought up Ted Cruz because I thought it was fucked up how he left and went to the fucking Bahamas or Jamaica, wherever the fuck he went to.
You don't even know where he went, man.
How you fucking mad? Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Cancun.
But doesn't matter. But that
matter. He went to all those places you know. He went to Cancun.
But see, what I'm saying is, you trying to make it. No, what I'm saying is,
no, that's funny.
No,
they're building a wall to keep Mexicans out. And he
but it don't fucking matter where he went. He left his state in a state of crisis.
But that's what I'm saying.
That's the whole part.
That's my only thing is I know that's hilarious in the frame of what's going on, but in reality, the fact is, like, what could he do? Like, you never heard of a senator.
It's just like, but see, that's also like, that's like the captain goes down with the ship.
You never heard of a senator.
Wait a minute, listen. It's just like the captain going down with the ship. He can't stop it from going down, but he on the ship. That's the whole point. That is the whole point. That is the whole time. If you're a leader, yes, you are. Yes, you do.
Lieutenant governor.
No, you don't. You look to your senator. Your senator represents you. Your senator represents you federally.
This is the state body we're talking about.
I understand, but let me ask you a question. When you have problems, you don't look to your motherfucking. Most people don't look to their motherfucking governor. They look to their senator or their president. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. It don't matter. Okay.
They look to their mayor.
No, they don't. Most people do not know that.
We have a local problem.
I'm telling
Why
you,
would you go to the Senate?
dog, I'm telling you, most people don't. Because they don't see that. Most people don't see that right in front of them. They go to the higher authority.
Damn.
I'm trying to tell you, dog.
Okay.
Dog, take a poll and they say if you got a problem with something, who you gonna go to? Most people will say, I'm not going to the lieutenant governor. No. Most people don't even know who the fuck their governor is. I guarantee you that.
Are you serious?
Or they married.
Because you around it.
I promise you they don't.
Do you know who your governor is?
No.
Lying like that. You just lying the same face. Look, I'm gonna call you out too. When you lie, I'm gonna call you out.
I really don't know. I don't know the governor is. I don't know the governor is.
Right?
Now, man, if you say his name, or say the person's name, I might say, oh yeah, okay.
No.
Oh yeah, you're right. I did.
You're
right, I did.
Sir. Yeah,
you're right. I mean, if you say to me, name the governor right on top of your head, I'd probably be like this. I can't remember right now.
Yeah,
you understand what I'm saying? But you understand what I'm saying? But like
right.
most people wouldn't even know that if you said that though. That's what I'm saying.
Right. I'm
like,
saying I am a different tone.
Yeah, so you know, but that like you said, Larry Hogan. Okay, yeah, you're right. I do. But like that's saying like who because man, Baltimore. Most people didn't know some young dude that saying whatever. They think it's to the old lady. I'm saying.
What?
See. The man Baltimore is a young black dude. Did you know that? No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay, most people don't.
Yeah,
I said, matter of fact, I know that because I was in a group chat.
He's like one of the youngest.
Yeah,
like 39.
I was in a group chat. Right?
He's like my age.
Listen.
Yeah, he's about 40.
Yeah, I was in a group chat. Right? That's how I say that. I say like I was in a group chat and somebody said something about the man or whatever of Baltimore.
Right.
And somebody said.
Wait a
minute. A lot of people in the group chat was like, "Ain't the lady or whatever or whoever it was before?" It was like, "Nah, it's this dude right here." They were like, "Oh shit, I didn't know that." You know what I'm saying? Like,
but see, the reason I know I visited Baltimore and I went down to City Hall.
Right, exactly. So you right.
So I went to you got something called the council of the whole.
Right, you more in tune with that type of shit. Like, but people vote. Okay, how many people go? How many people go vote for the presidential election and actually fill out the rest of the job?
I don't know.
Not a lot. Because I see a lot of people like, I just voted for the president. I don't know who the fuck I don't know. And you know who the rest of the people are?
Right.
Your governors and your mayors and shit like that. And your Ward 3, whoever, and your district sheriff and your sheriffs. These are people that directly affect you. But a lot of people don't see it that way. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. They go for the presidential election and they vote for the president. They vote for the president, but they don't vote for everybody else, right? They be like this, I don't know who the rest of these people are, so I'm going to just vote for the president and turn my ballot in.
Right.
I've heard a lot of people say that.
Yeah.
A lot of people. They could be lying. I hope they're not, but they could be lying. But that's what it is. But that's why I said it looked fucked up because everybody know he's the senator of Texas. But if you ask you or whoever else who's the mayor or governor of Texas, you ain't going to know. Right? So because he's
out of a lineup.
Huh?
I can pick him out of a lineup.
You can pick up the mayor and the governor of Texas.
I can pick out the governor of Texas out of a lineup.
You could.
Yeah.
Interesting. Let me see.
Go ahead.
I don't even know how I could pick a lineup.
I got you Googling.
Yeah, but then I would have to do a whole lineup.
You would Google him and then get his name and get two other names and then put it in the mix and then I tell you who he is.
Oh, you ain't gonna know this.
Nah, I ain't gonna know that.
You ain't gonna know this.
I know I ain't gonna know that. I put myself out here on front. I do it for y'all. Listen, nobody knows all things. But
let me see if he in here. Let me see if he in here. Okay, let me see if he in this little lineup right here. No, he ain't in this little lineup, but
wow.
Okay, well, what I'll see today is who's the senator there? Without looking at the names,
right?
Who's the senator? Can you pick him out?
What do you mean? Who's the senator?
Who's the senator?
Right now. They go right now to the left. You see they got
okay.
And Raphael Warnock to the right.
Who?
Okay, Raphael Warnock.
Absolutely wrong. That's Sylvester Turner. I don't know who he is.
Okay. We might
I don't know who that is.
I couldn't see. I saw Ted Cruz.
Yeah, you did see Ted Cruz because he's been on the news. Because he's been on the news.
I know Lime
for a bat.
Lime Ted. I don't know what's wrong with y'all. Y'all need to revel it once in y'all life. That's what's wrong with y'all Negroes. Y'all have been so thorough to thrash. Y'all don't have no reveling.
Hold up. Wait a minute. You sound, what's going on here? What is that about?
This the other side.
I'm trying to figure out what's going on. This your Caucasian side? I'm confused. You say y'all Negroes, you turn on the race. I'm confused.
Yeah, y'all need to tighten up, man. Come on, man.
Everybody need to tighten up. Everybody need to tighten up.
The best thing for this country, man.
Everybody need to tighten up, man. That's
when nothing gets done. You wasn't going to war with nobody. I tell you this. I bet we be aiming guns at somebody in the next 2 years.
You think so?
I'm just telling you. I wouldn't say it if I didn't think that.
Why though? Why would you think that though? I'm confused. Like, why would
because you have to burn through ammunition. At some point in time, you can't just keep.
So you think we just gonna pick a fight?
I'm just saying, like, the rationale of in existence in general can't coexist like that. You can't continue to nuke these people, all this military.
So you saying we just gonna? Are you saying
you have to be able to dump ammunition somewhere?
So you saying we just
something up?
You say
so I'm just saying, for the past 4 years, we ain't directly do nothing up. We done shift.
So you say we just gonna blow some shit up just because?
I'm saying we got to go blow something up.
Wow. How the people over in the foreign lands ain't listening to us? They gonna be like, oh, we gonna get the jump on them niggas. They about to blow some shit up just for no reason.
Tell me, how do you feel about Space Force?
About what?
Space Force.
Space.
They made an issue out of Space Force the other day.
Space Force?
They asked the news lady, the press lady on about Space Force, and she said, oh, she giggled and she said, I have to check with somebody. And that's the administration that Trump started with Space Force. So I'm asking you, how do you feel
what is Space Force, though? What do you mean?
Space Force is the national defense of space that America has just recently instituted into law.
So what do we protect? We protect
people police it. I don't know.
What are we protecting ourselves from space?
I mean, in all honesty, strategically, it is necessary because ultimately, if somebody really wanted to attack us, they're not shooting them across the water. They just shoot up in the sky and knock all that stuff down. And I don't let them work over here. The same way this power grid.
Oh, you mean?
It's necessary.
You talking about
because we have so much.
Yeah, you talking about the protected stuff in the.
We have so much in space.
Let me tell you something. I had that totally wrong. What? She was talking about we protecting ourselves against aliens or some shit like.
Yeah, but see, I think that's how he proceeded. He proceeded like that. But I'm saying the rationale of really having something like that. It's a rationale to have something.
Okay, I get that. I get that.
Like protecting from aliens.
Like I feel like we. I don't really know how feasible that is, but if
let me debunk that whole thing. Let me say something to you. And I like time now. They might get us for this. I might have to go on the
they might get us for this. Hold on. Hey, just so y'all know, this is Harvey talking about this.
This is my shooter right here.
No. I ain't shooting, but you jump on this one.
Aliens do not exist.
Oh, Lord have mercy. What? No.
I hate to pop that bubble.
No. Oh, why you believe that? You think it ain't no other life?
No, I'm telling you, aliens don't exist. Okay, that's it. I hate to pop that bubble.
There's no other life, and nowhere in this whole universe, there's no other life. It's just us here on this one little planet.
Listen,
that's what you said. That's what you said.
This is gonna be a mind part, dude. This is gonna be like, oh, this nigga is deep. Okay, you ready? You realize that this universe, where is it perceived at?
What do you mean?
It's perceived on this planet, meaning that things cannot grow outside of their element. That means that the high intellectual being would understand that there is no animal creation, there's no carbon creation that's trying to grow outside of this
How
element.
Do you know that, though?
That's why you don't see trees in the ocean, because that would be outside of their element. You understand?
But how do you know?
Human life cannot. It takes 6 months for a vessel to travel to Mars. They just had a rover land there. 6 months. It's traveling at 10,000 miles an hour. But how much space is covering? Can't nothing sustain life that long. See, it have enough life to regenerate and come back. If it go out, it ain't coming back. If it do come back, it has to sustain itself. We have no way to produce outside of our element. You cannot live in space.
So what do you say? Oh, wait a minute. Okay,
an intelligent being from another planet would still exist inside of the planet. You understand me? Because it would grow from the planet. It's not going to grow outside its petri dish. It doesn't work like
that. That's you talking about from us though, right? You talking about,
us in general, any planet.
But that,
any
see,
planet.
But the planet would mutate.
It would mutate because of another creation.
I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. But you basing it on the fact that it starts here.
No, I'm saying in general, you saying if you're a rational being and you say, okay,
but you're talking about us being rational.
No, what you have to do is you have to say, how do I think?
No, you talking about us being rational though. That ain't got nothing to do with outside life forms.
Right. What
I'm saying is if do you know why the rover?
Because you believe in outside life forms. But what do you believe in outside life forms?
Wait a minute.
Inside this element?
Let me ask you this. Do you know why why the rover's gone to Mars?
Because they just wasted money, to be honest.
Oh, because they had signs of life. That's what
they're saying, but it's still.
I mean,
even if they say
so you say you don't believe it,
they're not eyewitnesses.
So you're not saying you don't.
A transmission of some kind.
I understand, but so you saying you don't believe it?
No, what I am saying to you is that a carbon-based organism, such as yourself, such as I.
We're not talking about us though. We talking about life forms. We're not talking about us. We're not talking. But see, that's the thing.
Your brain is still based off of the same material.
No, but see, here's the problem.
Your brain is based off of the same.
You keep basing it here though. It's not based from here. If an alien, if it's outside life form, they're not carbon based. They're not from here. They can live out there because they're from out there. That's what I'm saying.
But it's not carbon based. What that life is, you have to define.
That's what they're trying to do, though. You don't know that. What I'm saying is you don't know that.
The parameters of what life has a definition. So that's what I'm saying.
Life has a definition. Who made up the definition of life?
Definitions.
Who made up the definition of life?
For you to believe in the shit outside of that,
who made up the definition?
And believe in that.
Who made the definition of life?
How do you know that rover's actually on Mars and not out in the desert? You don't. It's a self.
No, you don't. But what I'm saying is
of what they tell you. They pump you with it, and then what I am trying to say is that.
So this is a conspiracy then. That's exactly what. Yes, it is.
This is logic.
That's exactly what you just said. You just described the conspiracy theory that you have. It can't be logic.
Logic is this.
It can't be logic.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you it's logic because it breaks down to the elements.
Logic is showing that we've gone to the moon and the Mars and shit like that.
So what they showing you that they gone to the moon and Mars and all that?
What you mean? What has been shown? We didn't seen it go. We didn't seen it go and land. What are you talking about? So you saying the people that landed on the moon, they fake that shit?
What I'm saying, if you
wait a minute, that's not. Whoa. Answer the question. Answer the question. What? You saying when they went to the moon, they fake that shit?
I'm saying.
Wait, no. You not answering the question. How you saying? I'm saying. Say that.
I don't believe,
yes or no?
I don't believe that narrative.
You don't believe that narrative. Why don't you believe it?
Because anywhere a white man has ever gone, he's planted a flag and he's made some kind of imprint to let it be known that he's been there.
And they said that
they went up there for 10 years and stopped going is because they realized you cannot exist outside of your element. A carbon-based.
No, that's not the question though.
The primary thing they do in space, they exercise. You know why? Because their muscles lose atrophy. Everything starts to contract and shrink.
But what does that have to do with aliens?
If you got to do it. Because you can't be an alien. So that was the premise of God come into it. Because if you go somewhere to another planet, then you will be the alien. And God expands is bigger than that. And so
you saying God? So you saying
I believe God's rationale and how people come together and commune, rather than I believe space aliens and things.
So you whoa.
So I don't believe it.
Okay, so hold on.
Because I don't believe an organism would try to outgrow its planet. And I don't know why this so hard.
Wait a minute. You believe an organism, but see, here's the thing. You don't believe an organism will try to outgrow its planet. That's not what I'm asking you.
But no, wait a minute. You understand that concept? Ask me on live TV now.
Listen to me.
You grasp that
I'm not going to answer your question because you haven't answered none of mine yet. What I'm asking you is this. You saying you don't believe an organism can survive outside of his habitat, right? Element. Habitat, element, same thing, right?
Not really.
Habitat and element is the same thing. Your habitat is where you live.
The element or the chemical structure, how you create.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing.
The habitat is the environment which you live in. I'm from a tropical habitat, but I can go live in a cold habitat. You understand?
But you're also from an Earth's habitat. You can't live in Mars habitat.
Wait, you said it. I did.
I said it's the same thing.
Yeah, you said it. I did.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to explain to you. It's the same fucking thing.
Right.
What I'm saying is this. You saying so? Okay. So you saying because they can't travel from Mars to here.
The
Then they're not
things that it
aliens
would take a Martian to sustain his existence comes
Here.
from his habitat.
here, right?
No, it comes from his habitat.
You don't know. Yeah, Martian can sustain his life on Mars because he's a fucking Martian.
Yeah, because it's
But he's still an alien to us. Am I not right?
But what I'm saying is that why
No,
would he leave his
you
habitat?
keep saying what I'm saying. What I'm saying is this: it doesn't matter about his fucking habitat or where it's at.
Right.
If he's not here, he's a fucking alien.
I agree.
Okay,
Right.
so you don't believe that there's Martians on Mars? Not trying to come here, but there's Martians on Mars, or there's whatever on Uranus, or there's whatever on whatever.
Mars. No, I don't believe it is.
Okay, so you saying that?
There's
So
other life forms in the solar system.
that's what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying.
That's a conspiracy. You know that, right?
No, I didn't know that.
Because it's already they have science lights, but you don't believe it because you think it's a conspiracy. That's your conspiracy theory. But that's what I'm telling you. So it's not a fact. It's not a fact what you spitting. That's not a fact.
The only reason is because
So it's not a fact. But listen,
kind of narrative.
the fact.
Can you prove that there's life outside of this planet? Can you prove?
Can you prove it's not?
Huh?
Can you prove it's
No, I
not?
cannot.
The bird ain't on the proof.
Right.
No, it's not. Because can you believe it's not?
Accusation that there is something.
I didn't make an accusation that it was. I said they said they had signs of life. I don't know whether it's aliens or not. But you can't say. Listen, you can't say that. That's an opinion of yours.
That's my opinion.
That's conspiracy.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. It's not a fact. It's conspiracy.
I can prove my fact.
No, you cannot prove it.
My fact more sounding.
No, you cannot. The problem is you can't prove it more soundly than mine because I can't prove mine and you can't prove yours.
Yes, I can.
How?
I can prove to you
How?
that it's no right.
So you say wait a minute. So for a fact, wait a minute. Whoa. So whoa. You can prove for a fact that they didn't send.
Logic.
You can prove for a fact that they didn't send that rover up to Mars because they had signs of life. You can prove that for a fact. That's what I'm. No,
this is what I
okay, here we go.
This is what I want.
Here we go. That's not what you.
I can give you.
You keep going around.
I can give you a lot.
No, it ain't no logic. That ain't logic. That's not logic.
That sound.
What is it? What is their logic? What is it?
Terminology.
What is it?
That an organism is not.
You keep saying that. That's not. That has nothing to do with it.
Of its elements.
So that doesn't mean that the organism in Mars.
So you're saying that there's some things that could be.
I don't say. Listen,
Mars,
here's the thing.
right?
Here's the thing.
So
you keep no. Wait a minute. You keep putting me in a. hole.
I'm not trying.
Yes, that's what you're doing. Because you keep saying I'm saying this. No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying to you is this: I don't know if there's life forms everywhere else, but you for a fact can say that there are no life forms everywhere else. You can't say that because you don't have no proof. You have no proof. You can't say that if it's life on Mars, he might can't sustain life outside of Mars, but that doesn't mean he don't live on Mars.
But the thing
that does not mean he don't live on Mars.
But here goes the thing, Jay. Come on now.
I'm listening.
Slow down.
You haven't said anything to prove your point.
Walk with me.
I can't walk with you because you ain't even crawling yet. You got
social conversation.
You keep saying social conversation from here.
This is
from here.
Analysis.
This is
because
from what?
We're talking about planets and everything outside the existence of social and local. Norms. Like what
you're not getting my point, Harvey.
All our information calms down. You're not getting my point because what I'm saying.
I didn't get your point, but you keep saying
that all your understanding of space have been something that you have been told to the point of.
Okay, so what have you been told?
Studying.
Okay,
right?
What have you been told?
Am I wrong? Have you studied astronomy?
Yeah, I study astronomy.
Do you know how much space is in space?
I know it's a lot of shit. It's space. It's never ending. It's space. There are places that we haven't been.
People have been studying space.
Since we've been here, probably.
Okay, for a long time. Can we agree on
that? We can believe. We can agree
on that. Point to this point, there have been no terrestrial examples.
You don't know that. You don't know that. See, that's another thing I'm saying. You don't know that.
But you can say that about anything, Jay. That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying.
That's never in there.
No, that's not it. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why you can't say that. I'm gonna tell you why you can't say that. Because I can for sure go outside and tell you that grass is green. I can tell you that for sure because I've seen it.
But just tell
you see it. But you can't for sure tell me that there are no fucking aliens out there because you have not seen it.
I don't care about telling you that. I just want you to understand.
That's what you're telling
concept.
Me. It doesn't matter if your concept is
conspiracy. You understand it.
It doesn't matter. It's not fact.
Whatever you want to
it's not fact.
It's
not fact. I said I understand your concept, but it's not fact. Because you can't say that the organism in Mars because he can't survive outside of Mars, that he don't live on Mars. That's an alien. I don't give a fuck whether he tried touchdown or not. He's still an alien to us. Is that not right?
But why they call Mexican alien?
Because he's foreign to us. That's why.
Okay.
That's exactly why.
Okay.
That's what an alien is, a foreign object. Something foreign to us.
Okay.
That's what an alien is.
I agree.
But,
I haven't been disagreeing on that line. No
but what I disagree to you is you can't say, even with that, you can't say the aliens don't exist. How about that? How about that? You just prove a point. Because you see them. How about that? You seen them. You just ain't seen the ones that you think they talk about. So there it is.
Mm-hmm. Twitter D.
And tweet it out. I'm just saying, man. This shit is funny, though. This shit is crazy, man. Crazy, boy. I'm trying to tell you. These people gonna be like, yeah, what the fuck is wrong with them?
But see, you know what make it OG though? Cause we allow one another to get out.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I can be wrong. I can be wrong. As long as you know the organism don't go out. A motherfucker will have it. Maybe they can jump 3 moons.
Maybe that
they can come and spy on you.
Maybe that organism was like this. Shit, I like that planet better. I don't fucking know. You never know. But see,
I think your forethought that he would have.
Now, here's what I do think. Here's what I do think. I don't think
rational. It's like nobody jumps off a bridge. Anybody that ever jumped out of a bridge, how many people jumped out of a bridge that was in there rational money?
None. But still, okay. But here's what I do believe. I don't believe that we can go to another planet and survive, like you said. I don't believe we can thrive or on another planet because this planet. We got to this planet
when they give you the chemical element. You know what I'm talking about, the chemical whatever. Those are the elements of life. You understand that? And they're not duplicated anywhere else in our galaxy, as far as we know. But what I was trying to say to you earlier,
say it again, as far as we know, right?
It's important that everything that we do know is perceived from inside of the planet.
I understand.
And none of the perception going on outside of the planet.
Some perception is people think they've seen people. I mean, you know, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But you can't. All I'm saying is, you said for what?
Listen, brother, I'm trying to grow the expanses of your consciousness. Don't fight it. Don't fight it.
Yeah, I'm trying to grow yours. You're the one who limited to this earth.
You're
the one who limited to this earth. I'm the one that tried to tell you. I'm the one that tried to tell you that in a few years, you might have to come up to an alien and be like, what the fuck? I don't know.
Even ET is paying your $12.
I didn't say I believe. I just say you can't say for a fact that it's not.
I can't. You're right. I can't say for a fact that ain't no.
And you believe what you believe. And I agree. I agree with some of the stuff you were saying, but
I tell you what,
I don't believe us and this.
I can't understand why aliens would want to rob you.
Who?
Why they would want to rob you or probe you?
To find out about your life, I guess. I don't know. I don't fucking know. I don't want no alien probe with me, but like I ain't nobody for an alien to probe. But you know.
And so, but that's what I'm saying. Because you trying to make me feel crazy. Because he's like,
I ain't trying to.
All my life, I never experienced it. I never seen it.
That's fine.
And he gonna think I have seen it before. How deep is that?
Oh, you definitely want to explain that. You can't leave that right there. You can't just say, "Oh, I have seen it," but you can't believe it or something like that. You can't just leave it like that.
I was out on probation. I was drunk from the law. Coke they pinned it on me, you know what I'm saying? Worried about going to jail. Got through all of that. And the chick that had me put up will put me out. And I was moving stuff. And I had my people truck because he had loaned me his truck to move stuff. You know what I'm saying? So he put some wheels up on it. Mm-hmm. And I was coming up with 475 on the outside of Macon. And I looked up in the sky. And I said, damn, that shit right there in the sky is opaque. But it ain't flying.
Oh,
it's just sitting there.
See?
I'm tripping.
Let me ask you something.
And I kept watching it for a good to the point that I even recorded on my phone. I got my phone in the bag. So I can show it to you now.
So let me
not move. And then I took my eyes off after a little while, and I looked back for it, and it was gone.
So let me ask you something.
Yeah.
Was you in your right mind?
No, I was not. No, I was not. I was shook up. I was shook and stirred. You see how many now? I was shook and stirred.
I'm just saying.
But it was definitely something opaque in the sky, and it wasn't in a flight pattern, and we were sitting there.
That just goes to show that when you listen to our show, man, you're going to hear about everything. We talk about fucking aliens in the sky. I'm trying to tell you, this shit is crazy.
That's a real life story.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened to it. Maybe I had a floater in my eye.
Yeah, to scratch your eye, get that out of there.
I don't know what it was. Like, man, this thing is not moving. I'm driving. Rick Ross bumping in the background, bumping Rick Ross.
Shit was good.
So, man, that's an alien. That's an alien doing this.
That's an alien. I know that was.
Hey, look, man, we are 2 hours in, man. Let's cut this out, man. We have enjoyed it, man. It's 9:55 going on 10 o'clock, man. This is wrapping up. Talking.
Just listen to the Talking Shit podcast where we talk about everything and anything. You hear that? We have our opinions, we have our facts, and we just roll with that, man. I know. Shout out to the dude that fucked his stepmother and his cousin and got his cousin pregnant.
Yeah, man. I don't know where you come from with that, man, but don't bring that Beelzebub stuff over here. We trying to start out and right in line. Give us some time. That was too much, man. I don't know how to take that, man. What the hell?
P-Zell's in Area 51.
Yeah, Area 51, you already know. Black Eyed Meat Room. The White House.
Talking Shit podcast.
We signing out. Yep.